Hello and welcome. I'm your host, William Liu. I'm joined by co-host Alex Wong. I'm joined by super producer Jerome Cheng. You're listening to the Hello and Welcome podcast presented by Betway. This is the Raptors Spurs reaction podcast. Raptors wrap up the season, giving up a 22-point lead and unfortunately finishing out with a loss. But that's neither here nor there. Today is all about fan appreciation. By the way, the Hello and Welcome podcast is presented by Betway. Hit the QR code that you see on the screen or follow the link you see in the description of the episode. Raptors lose tonight 125-118, but people aren't worried about that because the season is over. This game was inconsequential. It's like 15 degrees outside in Toronto. I see more people outside on Dundas than I have all winter long. Toronto Blue Jays coming back, in extras, winning in 10. The city's on a vibe right now. So what we plan to do today is tell you about the game, but also just hand out some fan appreciation awards, some gifts. I think that we have some special surprises for you in store as well. I haven't even seen them. I think Alex and Jerome are the only ones who have seen them.
Only Alex has seen them.
Only Alex has seen them. A very special surprise. Trust me, you guys want to stick around today. This is going to be a special episode, but that's enough for me. Alex and Jerome, how are you guys doing, man? You guys good?
Yeah, doing great, my brother. Congrats on getting through the 82 games.
You did it, Will. We're so proud of you.
We did it.
We did it. The Raptors ended up with...
How many total minutes of Raptors basketball have you seen, Alex? Would you say?
That's a good question, actually.
That's a good question. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think I've watched a full Raps game since like January.
Come on.
Yeah.
What do you mean? We went on the road together.
Yeah, we watched them on the road, like in Philadelphia.
We went to Philadelphia together. What do you mean?
Even in those games, I think Jerome and I were busy networking in the arena. So
no, in Atlanta, yes. In Philly, we watched most of that.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
Okay. So it would have to be that.
Remember when they played How We Do? You know what I mean? Or
yeah. Right, Noted Rockefeller Records fan over here.
Yes, sir.
Lots of Jay-Z coming.
Starts working. Sorry.
Lots of Jay-Z coming today. Yeah, so the Raptors finished with 30 wins. Is that correct?
We are 30-52. What was our over-under win total?
Over-under, I believe, was 30.5. So today was a today was a sweat. Today was a sweat for people who had the under because the Raptors were up by 20 at the half.
22. They were up by
22 at the half. So congratulations. Congratulations to the people who took the under for sweating it out. When the Raptors were 8-31, it looked like this was, a lock.
Mm-hmm.
And they had to sweat it out the last day. And for people who took the over, I'm sorry, just don't gamble next year. Yeah. So yeah, gambling's a thin line, Yeah, it's a
thin line between 30 and 31 wins.
A thin line between heaven and here, So
let me give you three things from this game because I think that's in the spirit of a React pod. I still got to tell you what happened in this game.
Sure.
So number one, Scottie Barnes goes for 35 points, 11 rebounds, 8 assists. I think definitively the best player in this game. He was cooking basically from whatever spots, you know what I mean? Like he hit a bunch of stuff from the mid-range, stuff on the baseline, took it strong to the basket a couple times as well. I thought he created really well too. It feels like guys were really missing off the passes from his threes, but he was kind of like the driving force. And even when San Antonio had this huge third quarter to erase Toronto's 22-point lead, in those brief moments when the Raptors stopped those runs, it was largely Scottie who was getting buckets. And I think, for a lot of people looking at this, it was like, okay, well, he finished the season with 65 games played, exactly on the mark of that cutoff. But I think also watching this game too was seeing how much he was into it, how competitive he was. At one point, he made a jumper and he came up limping a little bit. And Jack on the broadcast was like, what are we doing? Let's take him out the game. You don't want to make any risks. And he still came back in the game. And he was still super into it. He was still complaining about calls. He was still, reacting viscerally when shots were made or missed. You know what I mean? Like, he was just really into it. And I don't know. I think it does say something for your team if your leader is willing to play even in game 82 because, not a lot of teams are doing that, especially with nothing left to play for. What you guys think, man?
Jerome?
Way to stick it out, Scottie.
Yeah. It's good.
Yeah.
Good end to the season. Showed great leadership, great momentum heading into the offseason.
This is what every Bobby Webster sound clip sounds like, by the way, when they show it on the broadcast.
Hey, what happened to Unk, man? Unk got hurt.
That was number 2. Unk got hurt. And this is so sad because it's game 82 of the season. Garrett Temple, who has been just a fan favorite. Honestly, I think relative to how few minutes he plays, he might be the biggest fan favorite relative to how many minutes per game. Like, you know how they used to say pound for pound, Allen Iverson is the best player in the league. Isn't it? Garrett Temple, the most beloved Raptor, man. And unfortunately, in the first quarter, about a minute or 2 minutes after checking in, he's defending against a drive against Malachi Branham. Malachi makes the layup and then falls backwards on Garrett Temple's left leg and basically like falls into his leg. So like his knee kind of like inverts a little bit. So he had to get helped off the court. Jacoby Walter and Ulrich Shamshay helping him to the bench. He was obviously diagnosed with a left knee sprain. Hopefully it's nothing more than that because, I mean, goddamn, man, this guy got a kid at home. I mean, he got multiple kids at home, but he got a newborn at home. He got a whole summer out of him. Just get well soon to Garrett Temple. You hate to see any injuries, especially in Game 82. You guys want to send your best wishes to Garrett?
Yeah, get well soon, Garrett. You'll be hearing from our representatives in the offseason about potential podcast opportunities, and we look forward to having you back on the Raptors next season.
We hope you really do have one more in you. By the way, Chris Boucher did not take the court once again tonight.
Yeah, illness because he was sick of the organization.
Yeah. Oh goodness!
Wait, they called it illness. All right, it is what it is.
Chris, garbage treatment. Yeah,
Chris, I hope that wasn't your last game as a Raptor.
Chris, don't even show up for exit interviews, man. They don't deserve you. Yeah.
Okay, wow. Wow. You gotta at least go. You know what I mean? There's a chance he could resign. You know what I mean?
Guess it's a good thing that Alex is not Chris's agent.
But you could very well text Chris's agent and tell him that exact sentiment. So
no, that's BS, man. Tell Rock Nation to hit me up, man. Yeah.
Oh man.
Shouts to the Rock.
No, the Rock is definitely
the Rock is definitely not in the building when Chris Boucher's here.
No, the Rock's on the bench, unfortunately, at the very end.
Yeah.
Third thing from this game, Jamison Battle was red hot to start this game. He went 6 of 7 from 3 just in the first quarter alone. At one point, he was taking heat checks. He was taking mid-range jumpers. I mean, Jamison Battle looked like a left-handed version of Jerome Cheng at our basketball run, man. He was.
Oh wow.
He was
I
on.
don't know if that's a good or bad thing.
Well, unfortunately, in the second half, I felt like he had like 2 points, so he kind of cooled off pretty significantly there. But nevertheless, Jamison Battle will finish the season, I believe, over 40% from 3, which has, I don't know if you guys remember this, and I guess we can't necessarily share everything that we're told, but when we were in Summer League, Alex had a very in-depth conversation with members of the Raptors front office.
He did.
And what were they trying to gas you up about?
Did they gas me up? I don't remember, man. Did they gas me up about Jamison Battle?
They gassed you up about Jamison Battle because Jamison Battle became your go-to.
Oh yeah, because I was tipped off to the fact that the front office really liked Jamison Battle. That's right. Yeah. No, they're huge fans of them. Yeah.
At the time, we thought they were trying to sell us on these guys.
Yeah, because front offices are always like, we love the guys that we drafted. Like,
they're like,
you got to take that with a grain of salt.
They're like, we would have taken Jacoby top 5. You know what I mean? He calling it a 19.
That was actually what was said. Yeah.
Yeah, and then it was like Jamison Battle. Like, we're so excited to get this guy. And we're like, what? I mean, like. At that time, he just had no profile. But I think towards the end of the season, I believe since the Raptors started officially tanking, like I think roughly March, Jamison Battle has like led the team in minutes played. He's
that's
number
that's
one
crazy.
with a bullet with minutes played. But I mean, he's got a cannon, man. I think the number one thing for Jamison Battle to develop is a signature 3-point celebration.
Oh, okay. Yeah, maybe like a double shot.
I mean, someone named
with a grenade.
Someone named Battle should have a lot of different like weapon based.
Yeah,
sure.
A tribute to Louis Real or something.
Oh wow!
I don't know. Man.
Okay, all right. Somebody learned grade 7 history.
Somebody took one thing away from grade 7.
Oh man! Gosh, that's all the Métis out there, man.
Yeah, I don't know. So what do we make of
Louis Real?
What do we make? It's the last React pod. Anything goes, man.
Everything goes. Yeah.
Yeah. What do we make of? Speaking of the rookies, like we've talked so much about these surprise rookies, like a Jamal Shed, like Jonathan Mobo. But what do we make of Jacoby Walter as year one ends? Like, what do we make of his potential? Because he was their prize pick.
I mean, look, I think once he actually got his feet set in the season because he missed training camp because he had like did he have a separated shoulder or something? I I think something like that.
Something like that, yeah.
And then he made his
your show name, something like that.
He made his debut like 2 weeks into the year. Then he like separated the same shoulder again. So I think there's just multiple setbacks with injuries. I think especially for a young player in his first season, like that's hard to sort of catch up on. But then once he got into a rhythm, I would say basically from like February onward, he had a really steady 2 months where it felt like what I liked about it, it wasn't like the lows weren't so low. Like it wasn't like he would disappear. You know what I mean? Like I think he would always contribute. I think I liked his on-ball pressure, his defense. He hit the game winner, which you know, I don't even think it hurt the tank in retrospect. I don't think that one win was the difference in anything. But ultimately, he hit that game winner. I think he just got into a really nice groove. You saw him create a little bit for himself. I think there's probably going to be a real conversation in terms of like, who do the Raptors actually use at shooting guard? Because they got 4 options right now. You know what I mean? Grady Dick had a great start to the season. Jakob Walter had a great finish to the season. I would say Ochai Agbaji and Jamison Battle were consistent throughout the season. So, yeah, we went from having like only one shooting guard on the roster for like 4 years when it was Gary Trent Jr. and nobody else to having 4 guys all of a sudden at the same position. So, it's a good problem to have, but I mean, I don't think. I think, I would like to do an idea where we hand out rookie report cards, or not rookie report cards, but just Raptors report cards from the season. And
where's Samson at?
Samson, come on here, man. Let's get the report card going. But I would give Jacoby like a pretty solid A-.
Yeah, I just think it'd be huge for this team if he has a more set role next season and is able to be like a consistent bench contributor, you know, as you start thinking about like what's going to be for this team after we know what the starting lineup is going to look like, barring any trades, like what that second unit is going to look like. And the fact that I think they're going to go into next season wanting to get off to a good start, win games and stuff. It'd be good to have like a solid, like 8-9 man rotation, like off the jump. And I feel like they have a chance to do that next season.
Well, they're already talking about the bench mob. They're already talking about bench mob because we know who the starters are. I mean, I think when Bobby kind of described it, you know, he was like, you got Scottie running, you know, the show. You have quickly shooting. You have RJ's cutting and finishing at the basket.
It's Bobby Webster's description.
You have Yaka finishing around the basket, his touch, and then you got Brandon doing his own thing. Like that's just starting 5. You know what I mean?
Brandon's just on his own island.
Yeah, he hooping, man. Rest of the team running team offense, and then Brandon's like, give it to me, man. I'm hooping.
It's crazy, man. But yeah, no, it's yeah, that's dope, man. Was that 2 things for you, or was that 3 things?
That's 3.
Yeah,
it was Scottie. Scottie played well, super competitive. Unfortunately, lost the game, but that wasn't his fault. He was the only guy doing stuff. Garrett Temple, Unk got hurt, man. Prayers up for Unk. And then number 3, just Jamison was on a heater. I mean, Mobo came up like I think 3 points shy of a triple double.
Oh wow!
Oh yeah, he's been a triple double machine, man.
Yeah, triple double, 9 points, 14 rebounds, 10 assists, 4 steals. I think this stat line got me thinking about all the strange oddities that happen in the last game of the year. Game 82 can be quite wacky. I think people remember this as a Raptor fan, especially with Ben Uzo. So let me just give you some of the craziest stat lines across the league.
Oh yeah, let's do that.
Leading the Milwaukee Bucks to a 140-133 victory over the Detroit Pistons. Their leading scorer was Pat Connaughton with 43 points.
Oh man, price of the rent going up for that landlord.
Oh goodness,
goodness, man. He got ice in the veins and he got ice in his corporation, man. This guy's the ice condo.
Damn.
We have the Washington Wizards beating the Miami Heat by 1 point, 119-118, the leading scorers for their respective teams. Jaime Jaquez Jr., 41 points, 10 rebounds, 7 assists.
Oh, wow.
And
the oldest sophomore ever, according to you, Will?
That guy might be 28, man.
Birth certificate check time.
No, this guy like a Garbo Host type rookie.
Yeah, and Bob Carrington hit the game winner, bro.
Bob Carrington with the game winner.
Wow.
Tristan Vukovic with 28.
There's another Vucci. Vucci too?
Yeah. There's a second Vucevic, man.
Oh wow.
All right.
Elsewhere in the association.
Yeah.
Pacers versus Cavs. Pacers beat the Cavs in double overtime. Why are they playing double overtime?
Why are you playing that much?
Labor laws.
By the way, both teams obviously rested all their guys because it's game 82 and they had nothing to play for.
Sure.
Positioning was set. The leading scorer for Indiana was Tony Bradley with 14 and 14. And then for Cleveland, it was Jalen Tyson, 31, 7, and 4.
Those are made up names.
Those are real people. I like Jalen Tyson coming out the draft. Actually, if you go back to our who should Raptors,
I'll take your word for him.
No, he was on that list. I promise. I mean, not because he had 31.
Tyson was on that list.
Jalen Tyson was on that list.
Okay, right.
we had Knicks versus Nets. Knicks and Nets give me high five series. Shouts to The Rock once again. Landry Shamet leading New York with 29 points. Trendon Watford with 27 and 4.
Oh, he might have bumped his average up past 10 per game then.
He might have done another 10
and also guy. Mikal Bridges played like 8 seconds because he checked in and then committed a foul in the first play to keep his game streak alive.
Right. He's the Iron Man.
Yeah. So not a fan of that Iron Man streak, but I guess it is a thing that you keep going.
Nah, I mean, I agree with what Matt and Jack were saying on the broadcast. In an era where everybody is like expected roughly to play 65 to 70 games, like people just take, enough games off for rest or for whatever reasons. I respect the guys that actually go out there and just try as much as possible to play every game.
Let me hit you with one of the 6-packs right now, bro.
Oh,
so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There's 11 players this year that hit the 82 game club. Played 82 games. Mikal Bridges, obviously one of them.
Yep.
Can you name any of the other ones?
Okay, so this is unfair because I was watching this game and they did list some of these players.
Okay.
And I was very shocked to see that 3 of them were on the Spurs. Chris Paul and Harrison Barnes started all 82 for San Antonio. And then I believe Julian Champagnie.
Yeah, Julian Champagnie somehow was an Iron Man this season.
Julian Champagnie's like, yeah, man, I'm playing everything up there, man. So shouts to Julian Champagnie. I'm not really sure. I mean, I think they actually went through the list on the broadcast. I was just kind of stunned that they had 3 guys.
Yeah. So Jalen Green of the Rockets.
Jalen Green. Wow. Okay.
Yeah. Jared Allen played all 82.
Oh, Jay.
Okay.
Yeah. Bub Carrington.
Oh, shouts to Bub. That's a rookie. That's impressive as a rookie, man.
Buddy Hield. Yeah.
Really?
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Nikhil Alexander Walker.
Okay.
Shouts Nikhil.
And the shimmy god, Malik Beasley.
Oh. What a random
shimmied
list.
his way to 82 games.
What a random list.
You know what? 82 games is an accomplishment. I agree with you.
In this modern NBA, it definitely is. Yeah.
It is actually respect.
The fact that there's only 11 guys in the entire, out of 500 players that are in the league now, only 11 played 82 is.
And the fact that
it's worth your respect, man. I feel like you should get some sort of a small token of appreciation.
Yeah, participation ribbon. Yeah.
Literally a participation ribbon.
Yeah. No, but Chris Paul
Paul
doing this in his 40s, respects, man.
Yo, man. CP just want to hoop.
Yeah.
Attendance. You should get extra. You should get extra for attendance. You're right.
Yeah. So snuck in a 6-pack. What else is around the NBA here?
That's pretty much it. I mean, before this, we were keeping a close eye on the result of the Warriors and game.
Clippers is the most meaningful game. Clippers are up 2 right now. Kawhi's at the line with 6 seconds left in OT, and he just missed his first free throw.
Okay.
So
if the Warriors lose, which is kind of what it's going to look like.
If the Warriors lose, they will be 6th. Oh no, they'll be 7th.
Wow.
So they will host the play-in. And the Clippers would be 5 and play Denver in the 4-5.
Ooh, wow! This is an important
game.
Yeah.
Whereas if the Warriors somehow here come back to win, they play the Lakers in the 3-6, and the Clippers go to 7th and go to the play-in.
Would you not rather go to the play-in? Because let's say they win the play-in game.
Okay, yeah.
They just play Houston.
Yeah, the play-in game. The only scary thing is you got to win that first one because then otherwise you're facing OKC. You have to win that first one, right? So there's a risk there. Right.
But I
agree with you. I think it's going to be Minnesota, yeah, which is not an easy game, right?
No, Minnesota's been great second half of the season.
So I agree with you though, because then if you get into the 2-7 bracket, then you potentially don't see OKC until the conference finals. Whereas Clippers now go to the 4-5. I know Denver just changed coaches and stuff, but I still think that's a tough matchup.
Oh, it's going to be the Memphis Grizzlies in the 7-8. So it'll be Warriors Grizzlies.
Then where are the Wolves? Are the Wolves 6 then?
Wolves are 6. Yeah, Wolves are 6.
Okay.
They're playing.
All right, yeah. Then let's fall into the play-in, man. Just let Ja throw a couple grenades, and then let Steph throw some real grenades in the basket.
Oh,
and
goodness.
that'll be that. Yeah.
Oh my God. Yeah, you guys remember how You guys remember how sloppy Warriors Grizzlies was? Like, in their run to the championship?
Including
the
Dylan Brooks hurting, who was it, Gary Payton II?
Yeah, Steve Kerr was he broke the code. He broke the code.
Yeah.
They were talking about he was like Lester Freeman, bro.
Oh, man. Yeah, I think the game's over. No, it's not. There's one possession left. All right. Should we? What else? What else you got, Will? Before we get to the final regular season 6-pack of the season.
I mean, look, I think that's it. That's really it for the game. I will say that I know the season has been especially a bit of a chore, given how uncompetitive the Raptors were to start the season at 8-31. But I have to say, it was an absolute pleasure to cover every game, to give you recaps of every game, despite all the circumstances. I think, especially in year one of us launching Hello and Welcome, like I think that's, there were a lot of things that we wanted to try. I think, we never were able to go live fully, especially on YouTube and on Twitter. And so, giving you that aspect, bringing along the video aspect, how many sort of, just fun, silly videos and jokes that we sort of able to share. We're able to go back and forth with the audience. Has been a great pleasure to, have the Tangerine Fan inbox and get people to send in both serious and also okay, here's an update from Donkey. Speaking of interaction with fans, Buddy Hield nearly broke the backboard with that attempt.
I can confirm. The Harden's now at the line. Clippers up 4 with 3 seconds left, so it's pretty much done. All right, back to your happy spiel.
No, but seriously, I appreciate it, man. I think obviously this year, there were some changes. Like, I've already described that insane travel series that I've been doing.
When Will is the start of The Simpsons as Bart Simpson skateboarding home at halftime.
Roughly with 2 minutes left in the second quarter, just before halftime, I sneak my way down. Then I beat the crowd. Then I speed walk to the Up Express station, take it from Union to Blorgo. Then I unlink my scooter and I start scooting, but only 2.5 minutes at a time for every commercial break, and getting back in time to go live after every game. I appreciate all of you, the two of you too. I mean, the thing is, like, obviously we've been doing a show forever, me and Alex, and obviously we added Jerome this year, but it's like, the React Pod was just always my space. Like, like I was sort of just like doing React Pods on my own. So this was not a shared burden. You know what I mean? I was just Frodo Baggins. And this year, Alex came along as Samwise Gamgee. This guy was there for like, I would say like 90% of the React Pods, man. Yeah. How did it feel being betrothed to the Raptors schedule here?
Yeah, it was an honor, It was an honor to do this show with you. And, we had to rescue it because I was just tired of hearing about Orlando Robinson and Colin Castleton. And I know how much you care about the podcast charts. We couldn't. We had to bring in some reinforcements to kind of just juice up the React Pod. And it's cool. I think people who are familiar with the traditional format of the React Pod to tune in this year, like have me and Jerome be a part of it too. Like, I think, people got to see like a different type of show. I think it was fun for people, especially in a season like this when there's just not a lot that you actually can talk about with the team, right? Like the team was not working towards a goal. Like they were literally just working towards an end of a season. So, yeah.
Oh, that's a good question. If Will is Frodo, Alex is Samwise, who was Jerome?
Yo, I legit forgotten all the Lord of the Rings, so you're gonna have to do this one. Yeah.
What do you mean? How could you, man?
No, my memory's really bad.
Yo, we were living and dying with those Stephen LeBron episodes.
This is a separate issue. Yeah.
Jerome, I mean, obviously the trio would be Gollum, but Jerome is not Gollum. Okay, that's unfair.
Jerome's like one of those trees, yeah, because they're all like super wise and always knows what they're doing and stuff.
Why can't you just give him Gandalf then?
Oh yeah.
Oh, true. I'll take.
Yeah, he can be Gandalf.
Yeah. Sure, why not?
That's a Gandalf, man. You change your hair
color. Gandalf the
mid-show.
blonde. Yeah,
exactly. Yeah.
Chad is saying Jerome is Gandalf too. So
yeah. You got a little Gandalf. You got a little Gandalf energy too.
We're gonna go with that. But yeah, man, no, it's great, man.
Super proud of the React Pod. By the way,
like
obviously
Jerome is Pippin.
I mean,
Scottie Pippen.
He would need to marry at that point then. But yeah. I think, I mean,
true. Hair screams Legolas.
You know what? The issue with Legolas is Legolas and Frodo never talk in the whole movies. If you actually go back and watch through the whole 10-hour trilogy, they never talk.
They never cross paths.
No, there's an infamous scene where at the end, spoiler alert, I guess, for people who haven't seen Lord of the Rings or read it.
Yeah.
Frodo, like destroys the ring, destroys Mordor, everything's all good, and he's like physically beat up. He's all torn up. So like the Eagles come in, pick him up, scoop up his dead body basically, and then fly him to like Rivendell, where like the healers are. Elrond. L. Ron Hubbard.
Oh my God!
No, just kidding. L. Ron. Agent Smith.
Elrond,
you remember him.
Yeah.
L. Ron with a D, which is a very important D. And they heal him in Rivendell, and then he wakes up, and then there's like a great scene where like he's waking up and he sees like one at a time, like he sees like Gandalf, and he sees Aragorn, and he sees Gimli, and he sees like Sam and Merry and Pippin, and then Legolas. And the thing is, he's like mouthing their names as they come in, and then when Legolas comes in, he just goes, "Oh,
that guy."
He's like, "Yo, big dog."
Yeah,
that's so funny.
He's like, "Big dog."
What up, big dog?
Man.
Yeah.
So. No, but seriously, it has been really fun doing this all season, and of course we will have more shows. That's the thing. It's just like it's obviously the end of the 82 game schedule for the Raptors, but we'll have tons of shows. In fact, I actually want to do a show tomorrow with you guys because the Raptors are doing locker room cleanouts tomorrow. So,
okay,
we'll have to do a little bit of a takeaway shows. You know what I mean?
Of course,
so,
yeah.
Plus, we got to get Serge on the pod.
Yeah, that's
we're gonna get Serge on the pod. That's the plan.
We're gonna be doing a lot of stuff during the playoffs too. So
yeah,
I think this week we're gonna. I think this week, of course, we have the locker room clean out, like exit interview stuff. I think later in the week we
playoff
can do a
preview.
Maybe
Maybe
let's do a playoff preview.
Okay.
Sure.
Yeah, nice.
Let's do a playoff preview, and then I think we should go live like sometime on Sunday, like towards the end of the first weekend of the playoffs.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, I think there are still React pods to be had. Just. Not necessarily for every night or for every game.
No, but like we're definitely gonna pick our spots. Like keep coming to hang out and stuff like that. We appreciate
Let's
you
just
guys.
do Sunday nights, man.
I know a lot of you guys love just Raptors and stuff, but like the playoffs are here. Finally, some real basketball, some meaningful basketball. So super excited about that, man.
Yeah, hoop is. I mean, look, the real hoop's about to start, man.
Yeah. Gonna finally start watching basketball this week. Yeah.
By the way, let me throw a quick surprise at you guys in terms of a quick little quiz. Okay, just a quick little quiz.
Sure.
Since March 7th, that's when the Raptors started like resting, not just like benching guys in the fourth quarter, but like full on resting guys.
Right.
Holding guys out of games. Since March 7th, who are the top 8 players for the Toronto Raptors in terms of minutes played?
Jamal Shed.
Jamal Shed is number 2 at 450 minutes played.
I don't know, man.
Jamison Battle.
Jamison Battle is number 1 on the team in minutes played. 508 minutes.
Mobo
is 6. He actually came back from injury during this time. But
I was gonna say he came back from injury,
but still managed 373 minutes played for Jonathan Mobo.
Orlando Robinson.
Big O-Dog, he got cut, but 421 minutes. Actually, O-Dog could have had a real chance to be number 2 on this list if he wasn't cut.
I was going to say,
like,
if he wasn't
just
cut.
played 30 minutes tonight, like he actually would have been second on this list. But despite playing like heavy minutes, Raps are like, nah, you're gone. We're good, dog.
Yeah, okay.
What about my boy Castleton?
Even though he went to Philadelphia and came back.
This guy went to Angelo's and came back, man. I saw him play for the Raps today. Like, what's going on? We got to have some rules about 10 days. You can't just bounce around like this. It's embarrassing to the league, man.
No, this is kind of crazy. He really was just on 2 full teams. But
what the hell?
259 minutes played for Colin Castleton. He was 8th. There's 2 more players here. Oh, no, there's 3 more players. Scottie was 3rd. 443 minutes played.
Yak?
Jakob is 12th.
Wouldn't be in the mix. I don't think so. Yeah,
Jakob is 12th in the team in minutes played during this stretch at 200.7.
RJ
is 11th at 236.
Goodness.
They've really kept those minutes down. There's only so many players on the team. There's somebody who just signed a contract this week.
Oh, Lawson?
Yeah, big AJ Lawson, 408 minutes.
Right.
And then IQ 264 minutes.
I was curious if IQ, like, I couldn't tell if IQ was playing a ton or not much at all.
Honestly,
I don't think I've seen IQ play ball, but
that's fair. That it really is fair. But my point is, I'm excited for real ball to start, man. I'm not trying to see. All due respect to these guys, but like, come on, man. We've been seeing some elite tank basketball down the stretch.
Yeah. All right, man. So
Will is kind of like Hoobastank.
Yeah, saying the reason we do the podcast is us.
By the way, you know how big Hoobastank got? 2008. I was in China. for
When
the
weren't
Beijing
you in
Olympics.
China?
Okay, yeah.
Come on,
Did
man.
they perform there?
It was the height of the nation. No, Hoobastank did not perform for the
Okay,
Olympics.
I don't know.
Jerome, come on, man.
I don't know. You said how big did they get? I was curious.
No, but I was in a random shopping mall because China actually is just like 2,000 random shopping malls in each city, and yeah, they were playing the Reason by Hoobastank, and everyone was just acting normal, and I was freaking out. I was like, I love this song, man.
Damn, man.
And the reason is
That's one of our favorite karaoke songs. We like going into that.
Yeah, and 4 or 5 seconds.
4 or 5 seconds is incredible.
Anyways,
Anyway, well,
I'm not a perfect person.
we wanted to show love to you too, because despite us helping you with the React Pod, obviously this is your domain, and we've been working hard all season, like you mentioned, and people familiar with the Jay-Z lady that
Oh my God, come on,
that we have been talking about, and we did do a little research post game.
We did
after the last React Pod, and did find out that she goes by Mandy Mayhem.
Mandy Mayhem,
and she was originally from Toronto.
She's born in Toronto. Yeah,
born in Toronto. She works obviously in entertainment and moved out to LA. And we were able to track down her Cameo account, thanks to Jerome.
What is Cameo?
So Cameo, of course, it's like celebrities are on there, and you can make requests for like birthday messages, other messages personalized to be recorded for anybody. So I went ahead and, out of my own pocket, guys, no expense reports needed for this one.
This better not be on the P&L,
Alex
man.
is out of pocket.
24-hour express delivery. Wanted to get Mandy Mayhem, aka Gentrification, to deliver a special message for you and the show. So this is the first time that Jerome and Will are seeing this. Here we go. Special gift for the final Raptors React Pod of the season.
Hey, Will Lou. Congrats on finishing up your first season of Hello. And welcome post-game shows. Now let's celebrate with the six-pack with Alex, Wong, and Jerome Cheng. You can't get that. You gotta know it's Mandy Mayhem on the go. We're saying what's up, and don't you know? Congratulations are in order. You gotta know I'm not sorting anything out for you, because that is your responsibility. My freestyles make no sense, but that's okay. I'm learning them, and I want you to know that I will not lose ever, because I am too clever, just like you, Will Lou. We'll get together, and actually I don't know you, so I'm not going to make that kind of proposition. Congratulations, friend. Mwah, mwah.
Wow.
That was really sweet. That was really nice.
So
she was flowing, man.
Yeah.
So the behind the scenes is you can only send like 200 words in your request.
Oh, so you wrote this?
Oh no, all that was in my request was, congrats Will Lou for wrapping up the post game show. Here's a 6-pack with Alex and Jerome. And then all I wrote was, really enjoyed your Jay-Z freestyle. So she went ahead and put the song in the back.
Wow.
And did
so
that was her whole freestyle.
Wow.
Yeah, the freestyle was just her actually freestyle. I was just expecting like a 20-second message, and then she added the rest to it. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Shout out Mandy Mayhem.
Yeah, shout out to Mandy Mayhem.
I take back all the slander, by the way.
No, this is the best. This is the best $80 I've ever spent. So
80? Yo, wait, American or you a Canadian?
Who's counting?
Yo, these are 80 American dollars.
Oh,
But you know we got a trade war going on, man.
No, but
$80.
No, it was a great video. It was like very heartwarming for some reason.
It was super,
because I feel like we've gotten to know her in a way just by like having her like be a part of the show the whole season.
Yeah. No, that was actually really sweet. Wow, that's I feel so honored. Last year when we finished up the Raptor show, you guys threw a surprise party for me at Patois.
That's right.
Courtesy of friends of the program,
now
Craig
it's Isla.
Craig.
After all this time.
Right, exactly. Yeah, Craig and Ivy have turned that space into Isla, and it's a great spot now upstairs at Patois. But that was a great surprise party then. You guys filled the whole room with, friends and family from the show, and you guys gave me multiple gifts, and it was such a sweet moment. I love that our show ended this year with Mandy Mayhem, man. Those felt like the same vibes, guys.
Nah, I think the fact that she's from Toronto too, like, can definitely make some connections happen and actually have her join the show and really become part of the Hello and Welcome Lord.
Yeah. Also,
I don't know what we would ask her. I just feel like, yo,
man,
what's your top 3 J albums?
Yeah.
Someone says she might be Alex's soulmate.
Honestly, like,
not since Gary Trent Sr. will you be talking about Jay-Z so much with someone.
Oh man, the appreciation for for Jay.
Also, like, semi-serious, because we were researching about Mandy Mayhem, and then when we went to her Instagram page, we did see there's a GoFundMe. It looks like she was one of the people who lost their home to the LA fires.
Oh my god!
So there is a GoFundMe there. Obviously, Mandy Mayhem became like a bit on our show, but we at least should shout it out. If anyone is feeling like they want to donate to that cause, they should do so. Yeah.
I mean, Alex just did it on behalf of the show, man.
There you go. Yeah.
Yeah. No, always happy to support my M&M. So.
Wow.
Wow. You've been sitting on that for 36 hours.
for 82 games.
Guess you get to watch her leave out the window again. That's what I call a window pane.
Oh my god.
Oh boy.
One of the worst bars of all time from him.
What hat will Alex wear in the Mandy Mayhem documentary? By the way, that video that she sent as a cameo, the neon sign in the background is insane.
Yeah, that's definitely vagina.
For anyone who spotted that.
It's all good, man. Big shouts to Mandy. You've helped us as much as anybody through this season of taking Raptors basketball, man.
Man.
Big shouts to Mandy.
Well, we do have new drops now, courtesy of Mandy. So I'm glad we're able to wrap that storyline up.
Sorry, I'm not trying to put this on so many times. Okay, the real six pack. Now that we have the surprise out the way, Alex, appreciate you sending.
Oh yeah, that was number 1, by the way.
Oh, that was 1.
Did you already go through 2 of them? Because
and the 82 game club is number 2.
Yeah.
Okay,
so we're on 3 now.
Oh god, what else do we got? Let's see. Oh yeah, so another theme that we had, trying to wrap up some themes from this season. We referenced Wilt Chamberlain a lot.
We did
this year, and have this clip here that I want you and the listeners to watch is rare footage of Wilt hitting hook shots, and I want you to kind of take a look here and see and do an assessment.
All right.
I'm gonna tell you something. As bad as it looked, you didn't miss by that much.
He's shooting these from the 3-point line.
Just let me make 2 in a row. No, I had to set boy fast. There you go. I'll give you $5. I just paid the last 3 of them. I don't care. This is the one I'm talking about for $5.
Look at this.
Get it out.
Yo, how much has inflation occurred, man? They were betting each other $5. NBA players were betting each other $5.
Are you taking in this guy's just flicking hook shots from like the corner 3 spot? Like,
yeah, it's really impressive.
Insane.
The skill level was nuts, man.
Although I doubt the camera work there. I feel like there was you could cut that because you actually don't see the full arc of the ball.
You're saying that's not real. That's edited. That's like when David Beckham should have shot a free kick on the beach into a garbage can.
I think it's fair to say it is based on the reaction from the other player.
Yeah. No, that's
it. Now I'm gonna choose to believe whatever Wilt footage we have because it's very precious. You know what I mean? You don't always get footage of Wilt doing his stories. So, by the way, why? How come nobody does hook shots anymore? Like, I guess Jokic, but aside from Jokic,
that's a really good question. I feel like
sky hooks, hook shots,
why wouldn't Wemby? Why wouldn't Wemby try to add a hook shot?
I see Wemby doing step back fadeaways, and I'm like, who are you fading away from, bro?
Yeah.
A lot of players are doing baby hooks more so. Full hook shots, there are not a lot of people doing it, but definitely baby hooks that are in play. Yeah.
So,
I mean, catch me in our hoop runs constantly trying to do Jakob Poeltl push shots.
Oh yeah.
Hook shots.
We did have Jerome taking 5 Jakob Poeltl style floaters today.
Someone said you could get a steak dinner for $5. in 1970.
No, but that's not the point though, because like I've seen like Bruce Brown when he was here, like that. We used to go to practice and like watch Bruce Brown like do a shooting drill, and he would play like Dennis Schroeder, or he play like Garrett Temple, and he put like 1,000 on the line. You know what I mean? Like 10K on the line. For a 3-point shooting drill. Meanwhile, Wilt's hitting 3 straight corner hook shots for $5. Like,
this guy collected $15 from his teammate.
Yo, know your worth, King.
for 3 shots that you'll never see make again.
By the way,
this is like more impressive than like Steph Curry's like pregame routine, man. Holy!
I'm such a sicko that I actually have seen that exact footage, and
Yeah.
Twitter now knows to push me on my For You algorithm. They know to push me more of the Wilt Chamberlain archive.
Yeah, because Elon Musk is such a genius, man.
Yeah, it's that, or actually, I don't even want to describe what else is on my For You, man. That's like it's like peering into your soul, man. If you're really an open, transparent person, you would show people your For You page on Instagram.
Oh, your IG Explorer?
Yeah, your IG Explorer.
Okay,
yeah.
I did this with JR one time, and I don't want to say.
Yeah, no, I think I can. I think I can definitely guess. Let's see what else. I'm just mailing in this 6-pack because we got some great questions and stuff. Daryl Morey after today's Sixers game, called it the toughest season of his career. I would argue.
I don't know if that's true because Daryl Morey is a liar.
Yo, they got Daryl Morey sound like Usher, man. He's like Usher's Confessions Part 2. He's like, this is by far the hardest thing I've ever had to do to tell you, Joel Embiid, that you're having another knee surgery with someone that you barely even know.
I would argue the season when they missed 27 straight threes against the Warriors was probably the toughest season. I'm not even joking.
I mean, this is where listeners of the pod should just go back to our Keith Pompey episode because you had him rate specific seasons and specific moments in Philadelphia 76ers history and like what were like the worst moments.
The traumatic moments draft.
Yeah, so Daryl Morey called it the toughest season of his career, but also confirmed that Nick Nurse will be back next season. So are you surprised that Double N is back in Philly for running it back next season?
I'm pretty surprised because it seemed like a lot of the players were checked out and they were not happy with the coaching staff. But I mean, if he's around, he's around. You know what I mean? I think the reason when you fire a coach, it puts more pressure on the front office, and I think Daryl Morey, the last thing he needs is more pressure on himself.
Yeah,
because he's on thin ice, man. He's on thin ice. How many players now do you have out there? I mean, James Harden, he screwed Chris Paul. You got Marcus Morris being like, I don't trust him. I'm like, okay.
Yo, I don't think anyone's worried about the Marcus Morris part.
Yeah. I was like, I forgot.
I don't think Marcus Morris is moving the needle.
No, he's on the Kevin O'Connor podcast being like, I don't trust Daryl Morey. I'm like, damn, KLC got a pod. Let's go.
Damn. What? No, the funniest thing is that James Harden and Ben Simmons are teammates now on the Clippers.
Oh my goodness, yeah.
Like they're just back together now. But
yeah. Watch them
Let's
get
go
KD
Clippers.
Yo, watch them get KD next year, man.
Yo, that'd be saucy. So Philadelphia 76ers running it back, super exciting in Philly. Paul George will be back. Joel Embiid will be back. They might add a draft pick. Sixers heading for the play-in next season.
Really?
Yeah.
Do you think Joel Embiid plays 65 games next year?
No, I don't think he'll play 65 games ever again.
Damn.
Like in a season.
Jeez.
No, but
I was good, like 65 left. Oh no.
No, but it's like,
damn.
He's at that point in his career.
Yeah.
Like it's there now, right? Like the injuries have piled up.
So then, what's keeping them from being disappointed next year? Like, what would they have to do next year for fans to actually be happy?
Playing is pretty disappointing.
Okay.
Yeah, like I think they're probably going to finish like 9th or 10th or something like that.
You think they're going to blow it up if they make the play-in? If they only make the play-in?
What can they even do though? Because like Embiid is untradeable. Masters are on, man. Someone said turn the Masters on.
That someone's name was Jalapenos, but okay.
What? Rory McIlroy in the bunker on the 18th right now, man.
Thanks for turning it back on, Will.
That's what I want to see, that one.
We're
not talking Hala Madrid, man.
What kind of fan appreciation is this?
No, we appreciated the fans.
Oh man, yeah. So that's it. Next up, we have this video here of Rui Hachimura, teaching Japanese to some of his Lakers teammates. Let's take a look at the first 3 words that he teaches them.
Okay.
To learning with Rui. I'm Rui.
Rui, let's go.
Rui, what you got for me?
First word is konnichiwa. Can you say konnichiwa?
Konnichiwa.
Konnichiwa. Konnichiwa.
A city? Soup.
Heard a lot. Is it like hello? Like greeting?
Hello. Hi.
Konnichiwa means hello. Simple.
Oh, konnichiwa. I would have got that if you would have told me how to say
You
it.
said it was
Next
soup.
word is basketball. Can you say basketball?
Basketball.
Basuketeboa? Basketobori.
Baskitua Bora?
Basuketobora.
Basuketoboro.
I'd hope it means basketball.
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 Basketball. Is that basketball? Okay, yeah, I know what that
Wow,
is.
even Delta
Probably
Connect
know
got
what that
that?
means. But yeah, it's a basketball. Yeah.
I got that one. One for one.
Next
No,
word
you're
is
not. You're
watashi wa
not
star.
the math,
Can you say watashi wa star?
Washi, wasta, washta, was. Is that one word or two words?
Guys,
Washi.
Japanese is phonetic, man.
Watashi wa star.
Watashi Wastar.
Watashi wa star.
7.
Watashi Wastar.
Hey,
Watashi
man.
wasta.
Watashi. I don't know what
Sir
it means,
Maxi
but I've heard it a
Creeper.
million
Oh, yeah, I
times.
forgot he's on the team. What's a pull-up bear doing in LA?
That's the first time I've seen Maxi Cleveland in a map in a Lakers
Really a
jersey.
star.
You are a star. I'm a star.
I'm a star.
I'm a star, yeah.
All right, that's good. That's good. Yeah, what did you make of Dalton Connect's performance
Well,
in the Japanese test?
Yeah, he won 2 for 1. So
Yo, that's his definition of 2 for 1.
this guy hit an and 1 in the Japanese quiz, man.
I was surprised LeBron wasn't like every word that came up. He was like, "Yo, I knew that."
He's like,
It's like, "Yo, I
"Oh,
learned that. I learned that, man." Yeah, I learned that in 7th grade. Yeah.
By the way,
so-
I actually love these style of videos. Like, and I wish that the Raptors would have done something similar with their social team, where like,
yeah,
like RJ, for example, speaks French. RJ actually grew up.
I mean,
in
they
Fran- he
always
spent
do
a lot
it
of his
with like
childhood in
Toronto
France.
slang.
they
is what
could have
that's
had
what
Sergi.
do. Yeah,
They could have
that's-
had
yeah.
Sergi Baca do it because he knows so many languages.
Mm.
No, I actually would have loved to seen like that same idea, but like Chris Boucher teaches them French, or like RJ teaches them French, or I guess
Or-
the Raptors no longer have so many bilingual players anymore.
Yeah, this was a missed opportunity when Yuta Watanabe was.
Oh, Yuta Watanabe's
yeah,
here?
yeah,
He's
yeah.
like Malachi Flynn. Can you say basketball?
Basketball.
By the way, this shit is exactly what ESL look like, man. I don't know.
yeah, yeah.
Did you guys?
Yeah,
Alex, did you
this-
go to ESL? You went to ESL.
Yeah, but apparently I was a genius. So then they took me out of the class after 2 weeks. Yeah.
Bro,
Wow.
don't you guys speak? Aren't you guys colonizing HK, man? Don't you guys already speak English in HK? Y'all be playing that British anthem, "God Save the Queen" over there.
And then I had too many white friends, and then it was weird with the Asians, like at school. Like, it got politics,
Wait, you didn't hang with the Asians? You hung out with the white kids?
No, like I had like 2 groups of friends, but like I was made to like choose. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. So
You know what? I actually had
chose my
the-
white friends.
Goodness, man. On this podcast is a penance then.
I'm a social climber.
Yo, this guy a race betrayer. A race traitor. For real.
Trader's crazy. Yo, you don't understand the social dynamics when you're like 8 years old, man. It's insane.
No, I'm telling
yeah.
you, one of the reasons I became a basketball fan was I remember going to a shouts to someone actually, by the way, someone figured out which middle school I went to. Because there's an episode of the React Pod where I shouted out Monsieur Cease, who was my French teacher.
Yeah.
And the guy was like, yo, he said Mr. Cease. This guy went to Hilltop Middle School. And I'm like, yeah, I did
Oh,
go
they
to
could
Hilltop
clock it
Middle
like
School.
that, eh? That's crazy.
No, it was crazy. So shouts to whoever it was who found out that I went to Hilltop. But
Yeah.
Hilltop was a very interesting school because it was like half the school was like lower income and the other half was French immersion. So they're like pretty high income. So there was like a fight every day at school. There was like literally class warfare going on between grade 6 and 8.
Yeah.
And then next to our school was Scarlet Heights Institution of Technology, which abbreviates to shit, literally. They've changed it to Entrepreneurial Academy, so it's Shay. But in any case, that high school was also pretty bad. So there was just like fights going on like every single day. Like I was like, yeah, there was just a lot of going on. And I remember like one day on the schoolyard, they were like, well, you got to choose. Are you a Leafs fan or a Raptor fan? And at that time, I was like, I don't know, man. I'm 10. No, but I realized immediately what that question meant. Like they were like, which side are you on? And I'm like, man, I'm a Raptor fan, man. Chris Bosh.
And this guy proceeded to get beat up for 2 years.
You know what I mean? Woods. You know what I mean? James, Hafa Arugio, Rafer Alston, Skip to my Lou. Like that's me, man. I don't want to watch no Alexei Ponikarovsky.
God damn.
I don't want to watch no Nick Antropov.
Yeah, it's a lot of politics, man. A lot of
Yeah,
choosing.
man.
But
RIP
Canada's
Acton
beautiful, man. It's multicultural.
Yeah,
it's
yeah, well, it was multicultural at that school. I'll tell you that much, man. There was a fight every single day. I swear, man.
Oh man, aren't you a Habs fan though, or no? You're a former PK Subban fan.
Man, I'm a fan of savings. I saw that on sale at SVP. That's why I bought it.
Honestly, very
I'm team
consistent.
savings.
Yeah,
Very
is consistent. That
Very
is consistent.
I'm team savings,
I respect that.
Yeah. You know, it all worked out, man. It's the biggest decision of my life. You know.
Let's see what else.
What were we saying? Yeah. Oh, you have white friends.
Yeah. Yes, that's how we're gonna summarize it. I can't believe golf is distracting me right now. What have I become?
Man, my friends text you about golf.
You become the white friend that you had.
I just want to know how my dad feels right now about Rory McIlroy.
Oh yeah, your dad does love golf.
What else do I have is half-ass six-pack. Oh,
we lost him again.
Come on, bro.
Hey, I'll be back, guys.
All right.
What are we doing? Yeah, Jerome, which side of the fence did you stand on?
I was probably more Raptors, but then like it was like always tough because, as you know, I went to St. Mike's, which is a notorious hockey school. So, like, I would have classmates come and visit, like, you know, when you're hanging out with your friends, and I'd have to sit there while they were watching the Leafs in my living room.
Oh hell yeah! Then this is like bad Leafs era, like worse than now. It's like Matt Stajan and I don't even know.
Actually, no, it was like Sundin era. So
Sundin era. I always forget you're 40. Yeah. So you're okay. That's actually not bad.
I never forget that I'm 40.
You and Jerome have different vibes.
We're the same age.
You guys got the same age, but different views. Man.
Sometimes I forget Jerome's 40 too. Like I'll be like saying stuff, and then Jerome will be like, "You know, I'm your age, right?"
Yeah.
I'll be like, "Yo, life's so tough for me at 40." He's like, "Yeah, you know, I'm your age, right?"
Yes,
you don't understand what I'm going through.
I'm like, yes, I'm 40 as well.
I hoop 3 times a week. I go out. I have a social life. Alex is like, man,
I'm like, man, I'm ripping letterbox reviews.
I'm asleep at the theater again with Owen.
Holy. What else we got in this half-ass six-pack? Oh yeah, six is just
this is a good six-pack. I don't know why you call it a half-ass.
Pretty good six-pack.
Is it?
Yeah.
Man, I feel like
shouts to Thomas Caberlet, man. Yeah, shouts to Thomas Caberlet.
I feel like I'm mailing it in today, man.
No, not at all, man. You can't say you mailed it in the day that you paid $80 for a cameo from Mandy Mayhem.
Man.
Yo, you know what? Good call.
You earned it.
What else do we have, man? Let's see.
You tell us. You tell us, Alex.
It's like, oh man, what we got, dog?
Hey, Will, are you familiar with iShow Speed?
Oh my god, we finally hit iShow Speed content.
So one of the things
I've seen iShow.
One of the things from like not having slowing down my social life this year is I've discovered more streamers.
Well, was it also from the Scottie profile?
I was gonna say it was from Scottie Barnes' profile. You had to you were writing the whole profile for Toronto Life, and it was a really good profile. It really details like sort of Scottie's background and sort of like how he got to the
chosen one.
The chosen one, man. DeMar the chosen, not him, but and
did
then
they ever call DeMar that?
I don't know if they called him the chosen, but that's kind of fire.
Yeah.
But you were just like, yo, I actually really like watching streaming. Like you were really excited to actually get.
You realize that's why you would tell us to say W's in the chat on this show.
Yeah, because Kai Cenat had like a mafia-thon where he was just going nonstop. I think for like an entire month of streaming, and I was just so fascinated by the fact that like he's just in his basement. Just having guests come by. Now, granted, some of these are A-list guests, like Snoop Dogg would come through. I think Kyrie Irving came through. But I just got really fascinated by the fact that these people can make themselves so entertaining.
Yeah.
That people would just want to tap in and just find out what their lives are about.
I mean, this is basically like the new version of like a, like Tonight Show. You know what I mean? Like with all the celebrities going on, like, and promoting their movies or whatever. It's like, this is like the Gen Alpha version of that.
Yeah,
like these guys are the Jimmy Fallons of their generation. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So iShow Speed caught my attention too. Especially because he's shown up as cameos in WWE.
What?
Yeah.
Should
we find the clip of the spear for Will?
All right, I'll go look for that.
Yeah. So, but here's iShow Speed has been traveling around China, Hong Kong, in Mongolia. So
Yo, shots to him going to Mongolia.
Which one do you want, Alex? You have to tell me which clip.
There's 2 clips of them.
Yeah.
One of them he's trying snake soup.
Mm.
So let's start with that one, and then we can play the other.
First time trying snake soup in Hong Kong. Oh, that's a snake. That's a snake right there.
Yo, by the way, this soup is for fertility, guys.
Oh my God. Why is snake good, chat? Snake soup. Why the fuck is snake soup good? This should not taste good. This should not taste good. No. Why is it actually good? I was not expecting it for it to be good.
That's a big bowl, man.
Yo,
I was not expecting it to be good.
His reactions.
Oh my God.
Yo, he gassing it up, man.
When his eyeballs bulge out.
He gassing it up, man.
You know what? Better food reviews than Keith Lee, man.
No, fair, but he gassing it up. As somebody who's also had that same soup, it's all right. It's not that good.
Is snake soup controversial?
It depends, man. I mean,
Like,
I don't want to get into like Asian people eating weird food content.
But
you know
you
what I
ran
mean.
about a white lady in front of Marcy City projects. Yeah.
All right, fine. I shall speak. Why are you eating snake soup, man? Why are you?
I do have the
exposing,
spear,
man?
by the way. Do you want me to play that for you first?
Here is I Show Speed at Royal Rumble.
Yeah.
Okay.
So just to let you know, some background. I Show Speed was kind of advertised around leading up to the Royal Rumble, but he was just supposed to be a guest. And then what they had set up was one of the wrestlers that was supposed to be in gets injured in real time, and Hunter Hearst Helmsley, Paul Levesque, in backstage is like,
that's a Levesque.
Shouts to Levesque. I Show Speed. He's like, Speed, you're up. And then that's how he ends up in there. So he manages to get an elimination, I believe, which is really impressive. And then he's celebrating. But then he ends up in the crosshairs of one of the most.
We introduced you to him last time, Braun Breaker.
Braun Breaker. We mentioned him, I think, in our draft. Yeah. So now you get
That's
to see
what they used
Braun
to call
Breaker's like.
Draymond Green.
Braun Breaker. That's Deshaun Stevenson.
All right,
here we go.
Wait. Oh, where did I put this? Sorry, one sec.
Nah, it's chill.
Oh, here we go. Okay.
I knew you guys were gonna make it.
So you can see he's celebrating here. He's really excited. He does a really cool. Now watch Braun in the background. Let's. So now.
Oh my God! Breaker just broke I Show Speed in half.
I think he proceeds to slam him through a table or something too.
Did
he get
no.
after?
They just tossed him outside, and someone else.
Because I remember he was showing his injuries on.
So what happened was the person that he eliminated is standing outside, still upset about it. Gets thrown outside, gets caught by the person he eliminates, and then that person throws him over a table.
Oh my God!
I'm gonna show you another angle of it so you can just see how vicious it is.
I was gonna say that looked pretty like that.
Oh, it was rough. Yeah.
Yeah.
Here we can watch this one. Sorry, that's the wrong one. Let's go back here, and we're gonna load this again.
Apparently, Braun Breaker has been on a couple of Hornets broadcasts.
Why is this not playing the right one?
What if we remove
Here we
one
go.
God! Breaker just about.
Okay, here we go, and we're gonna play this now. So, you can see Braun like loading it up.
Oh my God! Breaker broke I Show Speed in half.
No, he like destroys him.
He just sawed
Speed
in half. Left dog aside. Oh my God! Breaker just about broke I Show Speed in half.
This is rough. In slow motion.
Oh my God! Yo, his elbow went on his head.
Yeah.
Yo, that's damn.
Wrestling's real, dog.
I mean, that's pretty real, man.
That's what Braun's kind of known for, because one of the things that they do is they measure or share Braun's like running speed, and that's like what he builds up, and then that's what happens there.
What is this ESPN stats and info?
They actually do it very much like that. I think they even did a collaboration with ESPN where they started doing the
sports science aspect.
Sports science aspect, yeah.
By the way, we got to bring sports science back, man. That was a great show.
Fantastic
They were like, can Kevin Love box out against a sumo wrestler?
That's right. Yes.
They're like, is Usain Bolt faster than a cheetah? Let's put it to the test. And I'm like, yo,
those were great, man.
Those were great. Alex, do you want to see the egg waffle?
Yeah. And then I Show Speed reviewed egg. This is my favorite food review I've heard this year.
Okay.
All right.
I'm so surprised you're 40 and watching this, man.
What's my age gap?
Tell me about to try egg waffle.
Best Hong Kong snack. Go.
Is he gonna do a backflip? He's gonna do a backflip.
How's it?
It tastes like a waffle.
Hey, not any waffle, egg waffle.
Yo, the fandom is crazy.
W waffle in the chat.
W waffles in
W waffle in the chat is good.
Yo, this is ore right here, man. You
Let's
see
go,
this?
let's go,
See
let's
this
go.
motion right here?
Yo, he got guys like
Guys,
running
watch out.
into the car and everything, man. It's crazy.
No, man. Yo, this is incredible, man. Good for him. Honestly,
I love his little Chinese ambassador guide.
Yo,
It's not just any waffle, egg waffle.
Oh,
Best Hong Kong dessert.
I mean, that's what you sounded like when we were in China last year, man.
He also tried the KFC like breakfast sandwich, and the lady was like, "Yo, is he a soccer star?"
I mean,
Because I guess he's like always rocking the kits and stuff.
he's always representing for Ronaldo, like always.
Oh yeah.
Like Ronaldo's biggest fan.
Non-problematic fave.
Which makes sense. He was doing that celebration in the ring before he got speared.
Oh yeah. He's always in the suit and everything. Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah,
That's it. That's it for the 6-pack.
All right. I thought you said all Asian 6-pack.
Yeah, I tried. I saw I saw our friend of the program, Phil Wizard, was actually performing at the Nuggets game the other night.
Oh,
really?
nice.
Yeah,
Like a
it was
halftime show?
Very cool.
Yeah. As part of
Wow.
like with the Red Bull crew, so that was really cool.
Hell yeah.
So that got me an extra Asian. I pulled
Hmm.
up the Chinese Basketball Association, was going to read you some players that play there.
Okay, there you go. There you
A
go.
lot of former Raptors.
Yo, shouts to Sonny Weems, man. Still holding out for the Guangdong Tigers.
Yeah, he still is, man.
He
Yo, they
actually
might have
is.
to retire his jersey, to be honest.
Yo, Weemus. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah, Jeremy's like, yo, Weemus still playing.
Oh my god. All right, time for
Questions.
Tangerine.
It is time now for my favorite segment of the year, the Tangerine Fan Inbox. This is when we answer your questions, and we've seen so many of your questions. We're going to spend extra time on this because it is Fan Appreciation Day here at Hello and Welcome. Actually, every day is Fan Appreciation Day. Let's be real. Like, when are we not servicing our fans? But Tangerine is the official bank of the Toronto Raptors, an official foundational partner of WNBA Canada and NBA Canada. And of course, if you're watching Game 82 of the season, if you are listening to Game 82, the React Pod on the year, there's no doubt in your commitment. Fans like you are at the heart of what makes this game great. So this year, for the entire 30th anniversary, Tangerine has been showing out and celebrating fans, celebrating the way that we support the team, because this is how we fan. To learn more, visit tangerine.ca. Yeah, Jerome, what have people been saying, man?
A lot of great comments. I think we'll go through some of those, but let's start off with a question here from our boy Kevin in Montreal.
Salute to Kevin, man.
Yo, what up, KG?
Now the season is over, the Raptors season. Will, Alex, Jerome, who you gonna root for in the playoffs?
Who are you guys gonna root for in the playoffs? That's a great question, man.
Lakers and Clippers.
I'll take Clippers.
How are you gonna root for the whole city of LA, man?
Why not? Inglewood.
I'm always rooting for Kawhi for as long as Kawhi's in it. But,
man, if you like Knicks and Nets, give me high fives, man.
No, you know what? Here, we'll let Alex take the entire city of LA.
Yeah, I'll
go with.
city of LA.
I don't imagine they're gonna be there very long, but just because I love me some Alperen Şengün, I'll take the Rockets.
Nice.
Yeah,
Nice,
and also
nice.
Freddie.
That's Enes Esmer's bet to win the NBA title.
Oh no!
What are the odds on that, man? The odds must be crazy.
Oh, the odds are real good.
The odds are good, man.
How about you, Will?
I've really enjoyed the Cinderella story that is the Detroit Pistons all year. So I feel like I'm going to root for them, but I think they're going to lose to the Knicks in the first round.
Right, fair enough.
So I'm going to have to pick up another team. I wouldn't mind if I just continue to root for the Knicks. The Knicks are still a pretty fun team to me. OG's been showing out. You never know which celebrities show up courtside at the Knicks games as well. The Knicks, they also play every game really close. Like, it's always pretty exciting that Jalen Brunson probably due for like 3-game winners. Like, that's just kind of what he does. And over in the Western Conference, I always back the Warriors just because I like the style of play. I would like to root for Steph Curry as much as possible. So let's go with the Warriors for me. But yeah,
no one's rooting for Shea, huh?
I mean, what I look like being like, yo, I'm gonna root for a 68-win team. Like
Jalen Williams, second option.
Yo, come on, man. You guys got to get off Jalen Williams like that, man. He might make all NBA.
He's gonna
that is entirely Alex. That is not. Don't co-opt me with that.
On, you don't think Aaron Wiggins gonna come through?
Okay.
You don't think Isaiah Joe gonna come through?
Okay, see out round 2.
You don't think Isaiah Hartenstein's gonna come through? Alex Caruso?
They'll be interesting because we got to see what they can do in the playoffs. Yeah.
Come on, man. Lou Dort?
None of these guys sound like Larry O'Brien Trophy winners to me. Man.
Wow, you don't think Adam Silver's gonna hand it off to Mark Daigneault?
No, I don't.
Who's the Thunder owner? I don't even know anymore, man.
Isn't it still that dude, the guy who moved them from Seattle?
No,
it's not.
No.
Let's look it up.
Yeah. All right, you can look it up.
Yeah.
While you're looking it up, let's just read a couple of nice comments from fans. From Joseph Cassidy, let's go. Hello and welcome. Thanks for all the laughs and great conversations all season long.
Thank you to the chat for engaging with us and having, allowing us to have these great conversations. It's really fun whenever we go into different topics, go off topic, and you guys help contribute to the conversations as well. It's been a great time.
From Ingrid, last game, guys, have a great summer. Who wants to sign my yearbook? Happy belated birthday, Ingrid. Ingrid celebrated. Actually, I think her birthday is technically today, but she celebrated this weekend. Yeah.
Yeah. Happy belated birthday.
Happy
birthday that is actually today. From Barnes is goated. Love you, boys. Thanks for everything you guys did this season.
Love you too, man.
Love you. Barnes is goated. Also, shouts to Joseph Cassidy, man. Number 1 in the chat for sure, man.
He's up there.
Shouts to the big Y. Yeah.
All right. Here's the question: fake trade. IQ for Reed Shepherd. Who says
no? This guy just snuck a real question in there.
Why not? No. I thought it was good to pepper some questions and some comments. Like go back and forth.
Man, that's an interesting one. I probably do it. Yeah, I do it for the upside swing. They're kind of similar style players. I mean, both Kentucky guards. Reed was super hyped up last year. I mean, he went 3rd overall, so I don't know if you can get more hyped than being 3rd. But like this year hasn't really got into the rotation much because Houston is like very, very insistent on defense over everything else, and Reed is just not a good defender, but he's a special shooter, and I would swing on the upside a little bit. So IQ, it feels like the Raptors constantly want to like change his role. You know what I mean? They're like shoot more threes, like play more off ball. Do less of the stuff that you're comfortable with. So it's like. You might as well try molding with a new player who was a 3rd overall pick. I doubt Houston does this, by the way, though.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Up here, Lottery Prayer Pod. When I'm using this as our jump point to do a little tankathon spinning.
We should have like a theme song or something, man. We should play like that OLG, like
5 seconds from wild.
No, man, play that Mandy Mayhem, man.
Which one? We have so many.
Play that Mandy Mayhem, man.
Hey, Will Lou.
There it is. That's it. Just that. Hey, Will Lou.
Hey, play it more, man. Let's get our money's worth.
All right. Let me share this screen here. All right. So we got the tankathon. Here we go.
Oh man. Okay.
All right. Just as a reminder, Toronto is right now projected at the 7th spot. So, guys, what are your predictions? Where do you think they're going to land?
Number 1 with a bullet, man.
Number 1 with a bullet, Alex?
They're going to stay at 7.
Stay at 7. Let's sim. Wow, number 2.
Let's go.
That's sick.
Dylan Harper, come on down. Yeah, no IQ for retrade. Sorry. Yeah. We got Dylan Harper instead. Sorry.
Dylan Harper is who you're going to draft at number 2?
I think about it. You know, I think about it, but yeah, probably.
All right.
Damn.
That's
The
dope.
thrill, man. The thrill.
From Caleb, thanks, hello, and welcome, but also thanks to everyone in chat. Game in, game out,
Yo,
definitely.
salute to people in the chat because, like, I said this last episode, but we've had a pretty positive chat. Like, people are not like,
all things considered, yeah.
Or an online forum for the fact that people aren't just in there fighting each other. You know,
There was 2 weeks when they wanted Pat Delaney fired really bad.
Oh,
okay.
Pat Delaney,
which is pretty funny.
If all it ever got was toxicity about Pat Delaney, I think we're gonna live, man.
That's pretty solid.
Yeah.
From Tony, really enjoyed your podcast this season. If I may, you all represent everything I love about Canada. At 67, you are the promise of Canada. The future is in good hands.
Wow.
That's right. We'll never be the 51st state.
That's right. Come on, man. What are we doing, man?
The future of Canada includes 2 40-year-olds.
Yo, salute to you, Tony.
No, thank you, Tony. That's
I think
very
it means
nice.
more when
That's
it comes
very
from the
kind.
OGs. I feel like.
No, thank you,
know what I mean?
Tony.
Yeah,
people who have
thank you,
been
Tony.
around, like they get the vibe, they get the idea. Like, you know, the promise of Canada, man, still lives, bro.
All right, from BMAC.
BMAC.
Thanks a lot for all the laughs this year. You've made a community that feels very unique and welcoming. Appreciate you guys.
There you go.
Yeah.
Now you understand the show.
Want to try to keep building it as well. So tell all your friends to come join this community and watch the post games. You know.
There you go. From Kyle. Thanks, Jerome, Alex, and Will. I live in Houston, but I have to say you 3 are the best Canadian Asian basketball content creators. How many other are there? Is that like a by default?
Wait, actually,
we actually have a lot. We actually do have a lot.
Are there other Canadian basketball?
It's like a Thad Young. It's like a
Asian
Thad Young
content
stat.
Yeah, I mean, we got a boy Wesley Chen. We got Keeks out here.
Yeah.
Vivek, of
Raptors
course.
and 7. You know,
he's British, right?
Yeah. Joseph Cachero is apparently honorary Asian.
Yeah.
Oh, you know, that's more than an honor, man.
Yeah,
it's an honor for Cash to be Asian. It's an honor for Asians.
He has contributed a lot to our community.
Yeah. No, we do actually. It's nice that we actually have like more than just the 3 of us. Jeremy, yeah.
We added Mainlander too. Marshall.
I've been seeing him on IG. He's been tripping me.
Marshall, I hope your ankle's okay.
Gosh.
New Mainlander just dropped. You know?
No, it's like when you're not part of a TV show and you tap back in and there's like a new character.
You're like Olivia Wilde's on House. Like, what happened to Cameron?
I keep seeing Mainlander 2 pop up in random photos.
Hey man, big shouts to the second.
I'm so intrigued, man.
Yo, we got Migu, we got Weibo, we got
you sound like Pokemons.
Oslo from Kyle asking us, what is one positive about living in Toronto, and what is one pet peeve about living in Toronto?
I think it's hard to describe this, but there is a sense of like just feeling comfortable in sort of my identity here in Canada, not just like as an Asian person, but sort of as like a, you know, half Asian, you know, half, you know, obviously spent most of my life here in Canada, you know, English speaking, you know, I never really have to explain myself as much in Canada in a way that I feel when I go elsewhere in the world that, you know, it is a little bit more confusing. So there is just that level of comfort. I think that comfort comes from like literally looking around and seeing the acceptance of other people around me as well. I think it's you know, despite like how polarized the internet may become, I think that like your day-to-day life in Canada, especially in Toronto, like you're going to feel pretty comfortable, pretty welcomed. And that's not to say they don't have issues, but that is a pretty rare thing. And every time I come back and I step through those custom gates at Pearson, and you know, I don't lament it. I don't wish I don't wish to be in a different organization like that young when I'm in that customs line. I just use that ArriveCAN app and I just get that thing printed, and I go get my bag. But like, I do feel that sense of like, like I'm just home. Like it's just very comforting. You know what I mean? More than anything else. So, what do you guys like about Toronto in Canada?
For generally where we live around, I just like that it's a walkable city. Especially when it's like good weather and everything like that. I do just love being able to walk around and
walkable. Yeah, walkable city, man. It's a real, you know. I mean, we're talking about 2 premium walkers right here, man.
Yeah, we'll never be the 51st state, man.
You'll never walk alone, man.
Yeah.
What are you still in
all I
Stompers,
do.
Alex?
Yeah, Stompers is kind of dying though. A lot
Okay,
of people have
okay.
quit Stompers. So
Will they stop walking?
Shout
They
out to
quit walking?
Sophie, another Asian out
Shouts
here.
to Sierra. Yeah, shouts to Sierra, man. I think
Yeah.
did she relocate to LA?
I think she's no longer in Canada, but shout Sierra.
Don't count no more. Don't, Alex. What's your favorite thing about Toronto, man? You can't
favorite
escape this.
thing about Toronto, I think you can just get great food of any kind here.
Yeah.
And like when you're traveling around different other places, sometimes that's when I notice that Toronto has that, compared to other places.
I think especially Chinese food. When you go order or have Chinese food in the States, it's dicey, man. Like they're always serving you some sort of weird, like.
Except that one dim sum spot in LA that we kept going to.
Oh, well, that's LA. We were in the super Asian.
Yeah, no,
part
but
of
you
LA.
never know what you're getting. It is
No, but Asian food in the States, like it freaks me out, man. It's always like so sweet. It's always so like I wouldn't say bastardized. So let's just say remixed. Let's just say it's so American focused that I'm like, I don't even recognize this as food. Like
it makes the Shanghai 360 feel really authentic.
Yo, make Shanghai 360 feel like real Shanghai food. When I'm
Yeah,
in the
exactly.
States,
Yeah.
No, Toronto has elite food. You're right, man. Yeah.
So that's
Big
my
shouts to Hong
any
Sheng
pet
and
peeves for you
basketball.
guys? I'll just go lineups. Lots of lineups.
lineups, streetcars detouring.
You don't even use
the streetcar.
Who cares?
How do you know they're detouring? You're never on them or looking them up.
Subway lines just stopping on the weekends, and then you got to hop on a bus.
Yo, have
That's
you
about
taken
it.
have you taken a
Public
replacement
transportation
bus?
is
Tell the truth, man.
Alex's.
You on the replacement buses?
I've been on a replacement bus.
You've been on that
before.
Spadina replacement
Oh,
bus? That's
wow.
Spadina 510.
Yeah, it's pretty
Yeah,
tough.
welcome back to Spadina streetcar.
Nothing will humble you more than the replacement bus, man.
Yeah, public transit's humbling.
Yo, it legit ruins your whole life when you're like, oh yeah, the stretch between Ossington and Jane is stopped, so you got to take you got to get out and take a bus. It's so bad. I swear, it's worse than just taking a regular bus.
No, it is very
Traffic.
humbling.
It's like so full. I don't know what is the worst thing about Toronto. I think probably just like there's like a lot of like issues in terms of like I feel like people can't just feel completely comfortable here financially unless you're like really well off or like you come from money or you're in a very stable like 2-income household and you both make like I feel like you got to make like $200K to feel comfortable in Toronto, which is nuts. Yeah. So affordability.
Affordability. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's fair.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see what else we have here. Question for Will. How do you think our depth compares to other teams around our tier in the league? I just like that we just randomly have a real basketball question at certain points.
All right, let me pull up the teams in the NBA.
Now keep in mind they're asking specifically for like within the same tier. Not...
Let's compare it to the play-in scenario because I think that's kind of where the Raptors will end up
Sure.
next year. So we're comparing against Orlando, Atlanta, Chicago, Miami. Depth-wise, I think outside of center, our depth is actually pretty decent. Like I think our point guard depth is okay. I actually would love to add a third-string point guard as well. Between IQ and Jamal, but if those two are the ones playing point guard, I'm pretty happy with that position. I probably would love to upgrade, I guess, the top end of it, but ultimately, like I'm happy with that. Shooting guards, we had RJ, and then we got like 4 different candidates off the bench right now, so we're pretty stocked on that front. Small forward, pretty decent as well. We got Brandon Ingram, but I think next year probably see some Jacoby Walter playing some small forward, probably seeing some Jamison Battle playing some small forward. Grady Dick has the size to play a little bit of small forward. So, some of those guys, power forward, I guess like Scottie, even though he's the point guard, but like, let's say point forward, with Mobile coming off the bench, I would love the one more option, especially somebody with just a little bit more true size and a little bit more of an ability to shoot the three, as a potential alternative. And then at center, like that's where the depth is really lacking because we all love Jakob, but when Jakob hits the bench and it's Colin Castleton coming in next year or, even Ulrich Shamshe, if he takes a big jump, that part to me feels a little bit dangerous. I think more than anything else, like they're on paper, that team should be pretty good, but at the same time, we haven't seen them all play together yet. So depth wise, I think we're actually okay. Miami, Chicago, Atlanta, Orlando, they all feel like 1 or 2 injuries away from being irrelevant. So, maybe the Raptors are kind of in a similar boat, but I don't know, man. I'm sorry. What do you guys think of our depth?
On to the next question. Super chat here.
Oh,
$20.
Don
Had
Dada.
to be here for the final React pod. It's way too early for over-unders next year. A conservative 38.5 or optimistic 42.5 over-under. Thoughts? Alex, your PS hat is fire. You're not wearing that right now. Also, what am I supposed to do to listen to on my commutes? Matt from Milton. But guys, 38.5 to 42.5 over-unders. Does that feel... That feels pretty high, doesn't it?
What do you think Vegas will have as that? I feel like people are gonna freak out when they're like Raptors over the season over win totals are gonna be like 37.5 or like 36.5.
I feel like it'll be like 30. Yeah, I feel like it'll be like
I think
38 and a half type.
38.5. Okay.
Yeah, yeah. I feel like that's maybe even 30. I feel like it could get close to 40.
Really?
I feel like it could get close to 40.
I feel like.
Do you think it changes with the draft pick?
For
Maybe
sure,
a little bit.
Probably changes with like what if any teams in the East like blow it up or anything like that.
Sure.
Mm-hmm.
Like if Giannis asks out and Milwaukee finds blows it up after the flame out after the first round of the playoffs basically.
Yeah, and I think he said PS. Oh, he said PS Fire hat. Yo, Matt, if you're still watching, just send me an email. We'll send a hat out for you to you.
Yeah.
Email me info@StephenLeBron.com. Just tell me that you're Matt from Milton and get a hat out to you.
There you go.
Appreciate the 20 though.
I mean, would this affect our over-unders? Guys, should the Raptors make any move on KD?
No. I think did we talk about this last time? Yeah,
we talked about it.
We're over on KD. We're done with with KD to Toronto. Yeah.
Raptors next year, we're gonna be dancing with the girl that brought you, and the roster that we have is the girl that brought us.
Do you guys know the story about how we were trying to get KD back in before he went to the Warriors?
Oh, with like Gravis Vasquez?
Is that what it was?
Wasn't there like a relationship there?
Yeah. Didn't Gravis like know him from high school or something?
Yeah. There's like a very loose connection.
The DNV area.
I had heard when I was working at MLSC that they set up like quite a few things. Like they set up a whole thing to be like an immersive experience for KD to come and like sit in a place where they digitally altered fan footage to show like what it would be like to have a whole country cheer for him.
Wow.
Yeah. He didn't take a meeting with us, right?
And he never came. Yeah, is what happened.
Wow. KD didn't sign up for that? KD didn't sign up for the Islington Station immersive meeting?
Plus, KD is like still Drake's like most loyal NBA guy.
Oh, man. Right. KD and Booker and Steph are the three NBA guys.
No, they asked KD about Kendrick, and he's just like, yeah, I don't know who that is.
Yo, wow. Okay.
Like, it's like
that's crazy. That's loyalty.
He's like, I don't listen to that fake tough guy stuff.
Wow. Yeah, real tough guy Drake. But
all right. Let's not. That's when the chat gets bad.
No, you know what?
Let's just move to our next question here.
To be clear, neither guy, real tough guy.
Yeah. Question: if you are in Darko's shoes, what are the 3 goals of improving for next season?
Let's get Scotty's to really get that 3 down. I truly believe that like it's possible. I think he's got to stop sustaining hand injuries, which is just bad luck on that front. Like last year, he got his hand kicked out by IQ and he broke his hand. At the end of the season, this year, Darko will reveal towards the end of the year that Scotty's been dealing with a mangled hand, and so that might have probably contributed towards some of the poor shooting. But ultimately, I think when you look at a 4-year sample of Scotty's career, we've seen him do a lot of different things. We've seen him, do well around the basket. We've seen him as a great, playmaker, but I think the outside shooting just has to come. That is a non-negotiable, and I think that they're going to keep working on them with it. But that's number 1. Number 2, I feel like, what is number 2, man? I think Brandon Ingram playing more off ball and, not necessarily being the one to always have the ball in his hands and to create from a standstill. I think, especially the catch and shoot threes, I would love for him to take like 8 threes a game. Like, I really think the Raptors need to just take more threes just in general. We're kind of like behind the times with how few threes we shoot and how poorly we shoot it. And he is, for me, like our best shooter, especially overall when you look at the total package. And then your third goal of improving, I think more than anything else, I think it's also like how the Raptors execute in crunch time. The Raptors lose a lot of games down the stretch. Like they find ways to choke. Even that game where they ended up losing to Chicago in overtime, where Kobe White hit that and 1-3 to make a 4-point play to force OT. If you watch that game, the Raptors choked for like the last like 3 full minutes of that game. So I think like sorting out the crunch time issues is not just like an easy solution. Like I actually think that the Raptors kind of have to figure out their hierarchy in that sense. Like what's your actual game plan going to crunch time? And I think once you have that figured out, then you have a good enough base to be competitive in each game. But how you actually win like the end game, when people talk about playing chess, it's like the openings and then the mid game and then the end game. Like Raptors, I think opening and mid games are fine. Our end games suck though. Like we get routinely outplayed in crunch time. So that for me has to be sorted out for next season.
All right. Another super chat, $50.
Oh,
from Maxwell Tomlinson.
Bang.
You guys have created a great show. Stats/breakdowns with authentic, relatable personalities, plus funny, engaging, and critical. You don't just stand out from other rap shows, but all other NBA shows. Thank you.
Wow.
That's very high praise. That's very nice.
Yeah, it's hard to accept such high praise, but honestly, these mean a lot to us, man.
Yeah, it really does.
Do you think the numbers are like really up there because they heard how much Alex had to spend on that cameo?
Yo, I feel like we made back the cameo.
I think we made back the cameo money. Yeah.
No. Still make sure that cameo is out of my pocket, man. It's my
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
That's all you.
quick.
That's all you. That's all you.
Do we do stats? I feel like maybe one part of the show we never really give people was stats. Like we never really okay, here's like a whole stat breakdown. Maybe sometimes I'll come out and nerd out, but like I know you guys don't really want to hear it. And like YouTube specifically don't want to hear it, so I'm like, all right,
it's fine.
Oh no, I'm interested in it.
Yeah, what gives it away when we look away from the screen?
No, the masters are on. That's all. All right.
Yo, how's JR getting motion in the chat, man? People will be like, "Yo, JR's here."
Yo.
Oh, there you go. Shout out
JR. Show us your For You page on Instagram, man.
JR, one of the best shows in Toronto. Thank you, JR.
One of the best shows in Toronto by Asian Canadians.
Under
40.
From chat regular and favorite Coco, your React pods have always been great, but I like the levity that having Alex and Jerome around brings.
Levity boys.
Right.
The Levy boys.
It's taking a hold.
Thank you, Coco. Thank you,
Coco.
Hanging out this season. It's always fun to see the familiar names.
Oh, Will, by the way, Coco came in her second, I think, for her fantasy draft. Yeah, the one that we helped draft at that WNBA watch party.
Hey, you know what? I'm not gonna take any credit, man. That's because
that's all Coco.
A lot of winning an NBA draft is also about how you manage your team. You know what I mean? Your daily lineups, this and that. So just all props to Coco. I think I actually saw Coco say that they wanted to see a picture of my cat. So
yes, yeah,
I
cameos.
will oblige. I have 3 cats, but currently, if I had to say which one's cutest and just show you one, it's probably this one. Here we go. Wait, did I not download this picture?
Oh, I thought you were bringing the actual cat in.
Yeah, I think Coco wanted the live cameo actually, but it's okay.
I can't do that, man.
Let's work on a live cameo maybe during the playoffs. Or
Sure. We'll see what we can pull off there, maybe. But let's not put Will on the spot that way too.
Yeah, I mean,
do it right now.
I'm not gonna grab my cat, man. Here's a photo. Here's a photo of Alfie. There we go.
Oh,
yes.
Very
Short
sweet.
for Alfalfa. Yeah,
I'm neutral to pets.
Well, rate my cat, bro. Rate my cat. Rate my cat.
Letterbox.
Yeah, give Alfie a 5-star
I'll give it a
rating.
4.5.
Did you? It sounded like you lagged. You're like,
I added
4.5.
Why did you freeze?
4.5.
Why did you freeze? That's like asking, is my kid cute or not? It's crazy.
That's nuts.
Some babies are ugly. One of my nephews was pretty ugly when he was born. Yeah. He turned it around though.
Which one, man?
I can't remember now. Probably Owen. Yeah.
That's crazy.
No, I've told him this. Yeah, we've talked about.
Owen
this.
knows.
Yeah.
No, but we can't pretend all babies are cute. Some of them aren't. Yeah, they grow out of it.
He's annoying like 95% of the time, but it's all good.
No,
Anyway,
this cat's growing on me. Yeah.
Oh, no, it's Cap, man. Stop lying. Stop lying, man.
Meow, meow, meow. Come here, Alfie.
I've like 18 different nicknames for this.
I'm gonna
cat,
have the red pointer like John Morant and Alfie.
I actually have a photo of Will with one of his cats because I took it on my film camera. Is it okay if I share that, Will?
Yeah, sure.
Right. Meow. Alex is adding the audio experience. There you
Hell
go.
yeah.
Hell yeah.
This is
That's a
another
very
one.
sweet photo.
Yeah.
What's their name?
This is Rogan.
Rogan.
For Joe?
After Joe Rogan? Yeah.
My second favorite podcaster. Yeah, that's right. Shout out
God,
to
I just
Rogan.
realized if I had cats, they'd be named House and like Bill Simmons. They'd be named House and Bill and his cousin Sal.
Wait, Alex, how do you rate this cat?
Your cousin Meow. Yo, shouts to Rogan. Rogan is an incredible cat. I'm not gonna lie, Rogan my favorite, but this one
Alex, how do you rate this cat?
This one, 4.5.
All right, 4.5. Consistent.
What's that? That looks like Garfield's Asian cousin.
Oh no.
You're not eating lasagna, he's eating lao mian.
Oh,
La mian.
It's crazy.
Oh gosh. All right. We have some more money coming.
Oh my
$13.99
guys.
from
Wow.
Boy. Congrats on the first season of Hello and Welcome. You delivered insight and entertainment the whole time, despite Raptors basically playing defense against the show.
Yo, the Raptors haven't been good since they came back from the pandemic, man.
Yeah.
Get that shit together, man. Let's go.
That 48 season was kind of fun for a bit.
For like 4 weeks, yeah.
Yeah. 4 weeks. Four solid weeks of no fans in the building.
And then they get into the playoffs, they fall down 3-0.
Damn, bro. We've launched 2 Raptor shows during Raptors recessions, man.
It's tough, man.
Yo, you remember how easy it was at Yahoo, man? Raptors were winning the championship. We're like, yo, here's a pod.
So easy.
Oh, man. Yo, by the way, we used to have 2 post-game shows. I would do my
We did?
post-game show, and then you would go live from the Yahoo studios.
Oh
Right?
yeah,
It was
yeah.
like you
That's when I was stealing money.
and anybody would show up, man. It'll be like you, Vivek, Tyler
Yeah.
Ennis.
Tyler Ennis, Harrison Sanford.
Yeah.
Come
Oh
on,
man, that was a good.
No,
time.
But thank you for the money and
used
thank
to
you
be
for
a
the
layup
kind
doing
words.
Raptor content,
Thank you,
man.
boy.
Yeah, man.
Guys, I mean, this is a broad answer, but what are your plans this summer? We're still gonna do shows. This isn't the last show of the year.
Yeah.
In fact, we're doing a show tomorrow. So.
We're doing a show tomorrow.
Raptors doing locker room cleanouts tomorrow, man.
We just won't be
Start
doing
reacting.
as many React pods. So yes, you won't see us as often at night. But yeah, we're coming up with a plan. We're gonna do a lot of stuff. We have some travel plans in mind, so we're gonna see if we can pull those off. And yeah, I think we're really excited. I think we also could use a little bit of a half breather before we take on the draft and everything ahead. So, but NBA playoffs are going on right now, or will be going on. So we'll be on to that.
What are your plans this summer, guys?
Oh yeah, I didn't answer the question. What are the plans? I don't know. It's mostly this stuff. Maybe I think we might do some like travel, some vacationing.
Yeah, we gotta go.
yeah.
Gotta go to Europe, man.
Yeah,
Bring
We
your
gotta go-
cats.
We got it.
I'm allergic.
Meow.
Can't be bringing my cats to Europe, man.
Yeah, we gotta get Ennis on this Europe trip too. I think he wants to come.
Oh yeah.
Ooh.
No double E. Yo, when is E home, man?
He's home, man.
Nah,
Yeah.
man. He's worldwide, man. He's
No,
always
he's home.
He's
Yeah,
in
he's home.
Portugal.
Didn't you
for
see
like
him this
3
week?
months in Portugal?
Yeah, I saw him on Friday. He's home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he also saw your past lives comparison.
What do you think?
Yeah, I don't know.
Are we still friends?
Yes,
Are we still friends?
we're
Okay.
fine.
Still cool.
All right,
We're
good.
fine.
Just because I compared him to John Magoo,
Yeah, we're
Yeah.
coming. We're coming to
or
England.
Magaro, whatever. I
We're
don't know.
coming to England, Daniel.
Sure.
Yes, we will be coming to England. That's right. You can see my beloved Liverpool, hopefully in person.
Oh,
Actually,
that'd be amazing.
That'd be really cool.
I don't know how expensive those tickets are, but I feel like I'd pay for it.
You have to, I think.
Yeah. I can't-
Yeah,
let me-
once
can't
in
wait
a
to see
lifetime.
Liverpool versus Bournemouth, man.
Once in a lifetime experience, man.
Yeah.
All right,
All
what
right.
else?
Do you think any Raptors players listen to the podcast? Do they get upset with any criticism you guys have if they do?
I feel like it was probably more visible to them when we were at Sportsnet.
Sure.
So,
Yeah, because
like,
they
I
used to
think-
just have the TVs on, like
Right.
in the Raptors like practice
Right,
facility,
right,
so
right,
like
right.
they could be eating breakfast and then like Sportsnet will be on. And it'll be
Yeah,
like,
you could definitely like.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure some of the players definitely like would watch and stuff. Like Chris confirmed. Chris was the only player who really like confirmed that he watches it and stuff.
Darko's been dropping a couple of hints. You know, Darko's like,
Okay.
He's like, you know, you may talk about that on your podcast, but not me.
Yeah, talk about it on your little stupid pod.
that was media day. That
You
was
little
like before,
podcaster.
you little podcaster,
You cute little Canadian Asian podcaster.
Oh, you guys number one basketball pod in Canada. You know, on Apple iTunes.
Yeah, that's cute.
I'm head coach of the Raptors.
Battling Shannon Sharp.
Yeah, by the way, Zach Lowe has overtaken us, man.
I'm not surprised.
Yeah, we'll wait. We'll wait to see. You know what I mean? You know, as Drake's dad once said, only real music gonna last.
Oh my god! Have you been only listening to Pound Cake lately?
Oh my god!
That's your second reference. No, but it's yeah, I don't know. I'm sure some of them hear the stuff. I mean, earlier, I guess the biggest thing that happened this year was like,
guys, players are not listening to podcasts.
But Scottie like saw the clip about from Matt Bonner from the Raptors show.
Sure,
made a reference to it and stuff like that. So
I don't think any situation goes. I mean, you guys will know better than I do, but I don't feel like they're actively listening to anything, but they're probably put onto it, like whether it's like a clip that's shared with them, or otherwise.
Stuff gets like sent to them or like random stuff.
Yeah. I think what was I gonna say with this? Yeah, I mean they maybe will see clips. I think the only thing is like there is probably this like it's like an irresistible sort of feeling when you're sort of putting yourself out there that you want to see what the feedback is, no matter what level you are. You know, even if you're an NBA player and you have like crazy high exposure, like, you still probably once in a while like read your mentions, or you probably once in a while like search your name. You know what I mean? Like
Davion Mitchell was doing that nonstop, wasn't he? Yeah.
Davion was doing a lot, but shouts to Davion, man. I love that guy. That guy was super committed to everything he did.
Yeah, including social media.
Yeah, exactly. That's a guy
it's
who
not
should have
our
a
pod,
podcast.
guys. And I don't want to share too much because I don't work with them anymore. But No Dunks got a DM from an NBA player that was very upset with things that they said one time.
Really?
Yeah.
That's so funny.
Yeah, it was pretty funny.
Who was it, man? George Niang?
No. I'll tell you guys.
Larry Nance Jr.?
You will be surprised sometimes, like outside of players, just like, oh, who from like different organizations or like who listens and stuff. It is pretty surprising sometimes. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, what else do we have? Oh, here's just a random. Kyle, let's get another question in from you. Will Alex Jerome, what overplayed pop song can you not stand when it plays?
Kendrick, Not Like Us.
I was just gonna say Not Like Us. Yo, when we were in LA and also in
that really got
Francisco,
overplayed.
It
at
played
that point.
every
No more. No more.
And this isn't even like a pro Drake stance.
No,
it's just,
no,
just specifically
no.
independently, objectively.
We're just talking
Not
about
like
noise
us.
pollution, man.
Yeah, no more. Just no more.
Man, I'm telling you, 8 Miner don't hit that hard after you heard it 6 times in an hour.
Yeah. No, it's so often it becomes A major.
Oh, brother.
No, it's just like there's more than like 3 hip hop songs when you're at arenas. Like, please, like just play something else.
Yeah. Back in the day, it was Super Bass for me by Nicki Minaj. That song.
You've mentioned that before.
Yeah, I was working retail, and so like the same like 8 songs would cycle through because they had the radio on all the time.
What was that Gnarls Barkley song that they were
Crazy?
Yo, that drove me nuts too.
AKA canceled.
Yo, yeah, he's canceled.
That guy's not a bad person.
Is he? Oh gosh.
He's tough. No, like tough as in bad.
Yeah, tough luck.
Tough luck. Yeah.
All
But
right.
that one drove me crazy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Crazy.
All right. Some more.
Oh,
some more money
Homeboy.
from Homeboy, $27.99. This is okay. So also, since this is a cat positive show, my cat passed away a few weeks ago.
Shoot.
And Hello Welcome has been a great source of laughs in that time. Rest in peace to my old guy. He was around since TJ Ford was a Raptor. Best cat ever.
Man.
Yeah, no, listen, man.
Salute,
Like
man.
all jokes aside about
That's family right
pets
there.
and stuff, like my parents had two cats that were like 17, 18 years old. And I remember a few years ago, one of them passed away and then the other one passed away like a week later and stuff.
Right.
And you could see just like the impact because you build such a close relationship with them. And, it was rarely see my dad so emotional, but it's cool to see. Yeah.
Wow. Did you? So wait, if they had them for 17 and 18 years, like, does that not mean that you also had these cats, or like?
No, if you do the math, I moved out when I was like 22.
Oh yeah, I forgot you 40. Holy shit! I thought these were your childhood cats. Oh my bad.
It's okay, man.
no.
No worries, big bro.
No.
Little bro.
This guy moving like I'm 27.
I was like, yo, did you grow up with these cats?
Yo.
I was like, is Will not gonna do the math and ask that question?
I crashed out the other night because 1995 was 30 years ago.
That's right.
I just melted down for an hour over that fact.
This guy was like the Dream Team Barcelona squad that was 33 years ago.
When Barkley hit Las Ramblas.
All right. On to the next.
Hey, but RIP
but yeah,
cat,
rest in peace.
I call my cat.
Yes, for
I
sure.
call my cats my sons. So like at this point, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'd be devastated if anything happens to any of the three of them.
Yeah.
Luckily they're all healthy.
All right.
Appreciate you.
This is really, I guess, just for Alex and me. Sorry.
Oh yeah.
WrestleMania React Pod next
Yeah,
week.
so it's like tough for Jerome and I next week. Obviously, the Saturday, Sunday is going to be, you know, I'm always excited for that first weekend of the playoffs, the 8-game ones that take place. But then WrestleMania is also happening over 2 nights.
Oh, how about this? If we do playoff React Pods, the 6-pack can be our WrestleMania thoughts.
Yeah, let's do it, man.
Okay.
Yeah, I want to hear about Braun breaking records
Let's
and
do
Braun
that.
Breaker.
Yeah.
Let's do that. But yeah, I'm guessing I'm gonna have to watch the basketball in real time, and then maybe at the end of the night watch WrestleMania.
Right.
Oh, come on, man.
I think because I don't want to be flipping back and forth for my WrestleMania experience. You know,
you
thoughts?
Oh, you want to call ISO?
Like I want to just watch all the basketball. Hopefully, there's some trash Eastern Conference matchups that I can skip. Hopefully, they put them at night.
Yeah.
Yo, you're not watching Bucks Pacers?
Hopefully, Cavs versus whoever match.
Oh yeah,
can be at like 8 p.m. on. But the problem is those games are going to be at noon.
Yeah, true.
Yeah,
true.
Boston versus whoever. I could not care.
If it's Boston, Atlanta again, man.
Yeah,
I feel like I've seen that one a couple times.
Knicks Pistons will be pretty interesting. I'm into that. I'm into Pacers Bucks. I'm into any series in the West.
You're into Pacers Bucks? I feel like the Bucks don't look fun to watch for me.
Yeah, but it'll be a fun matchup. Like Giannis trying to do it by himself.
Yeah.
Like versus the Pacers. But you know what would be really fun is the play-in game between Atlanta and Orlando coming up on Tuesday. And the Atlanta Hawks are on the road visiting the Orlando Magic in the 7-8 play-in game. You know what? I'm taking the Atlanta Hawks 2.60 odds to beat the Orlando Magic. This Orlando Magic team just doesn't inspire confidence in me. So for the play-in, I am taking the Atlanta Hawks. What do you think? People are buzzing about this one.
Multiple people have asked me about the Orlando Magic versus the Atlanta Hawks in this 7-8 play-in game.
Yeah.
And my thoughts are, you know what? I agree with you, actually. I like the Atlanta Hawks, too. I think in a one game, I think in a playoff series, I think I'd probably pick Orlando. I think they have way more size. Sort of.
Yeah, they might grind you down over 7 games.
But in one game, like Trae Young, who's been there and done that before, you know, I mean, he loves being the villain. You know what I mean? You know, going into Orlando, the steam, the pressure cooker that is the Amway Center. You know what I mean? Trae Young. Hitting like 7 threes.
The multi-level marketing scam arena.
You know, Dyson Daniels with the defense against one of their wings, and I guess Zachary Risache, and you know they got Trey Mann. No, not Trey Mann. They got Terrence Mann over there now.
I guess I'll be skipping this one too. Damn.
I'm watching this, man.
Like,
give me the Atlanta Hawks. Yeah, why not? Give me the
Atlanta Hawks 2.60. Make sure you check out all your basketball betting odds on Betway.
Scan the QR code.
Scan the QR code below.
By the way, there was not one team in the entire Southeast Division that finished above 500.
Thanks.
The Orlando Magic at 41-41, and the Atlanta Hawks at 40-42, and the Miami Heat at 37-45 are the top 3 seeds in the Southeast. Followed
they
by
all
Charlotte,
made the play-in.
Charlotte at 19 wins and Washington at 18 wins. This might be the fewest wins we've ever seen a division ever have.
Do they still put up banners for divisions?
They should not put up a banner for this one, man.
Like the next time the Raps win the Atlantic Division, you want a banner to go up?
No.
Like
after you win a championship.
Like we're too good. We're too good for an Atlantic Division banner.
I think it makes sense for the first time you win a division.
Yo, remember the first time we won the division? It was 2007. They like
Big
raised the
deal.
banner.
It's a big deal.
Yeah,
It was
yeah,
a huge
no, yeah.
milestone.
But like for the first time, it makes sense. But I think once you hit that milestone,
Raptors have very subtly amalgamated those individual division banners into just one collective
single
Atlantic
one,
division
right?
banner.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they'll just add another year to that. But
from Donkey, nah. If you bet on a play-in game, call the number.
Connex Ontario, baby.
Oh gosh.
Oh god.
All right. Some more money coming in. Top Shot.
Yo, shouts to Top Shot.
Cumulative season-long donation total needed for swag? Question mark. Yeah, I guess email Alex info at Stephen LeBron.
Hold on, we were gonna actually give away.
We'll
like,
get
actual
to that
merch.
at the end of this.
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
okay.
but
We'll
Top
talk
Shot,
about
email me, identify yourself as Top Shot,
Mhm.
Yeah.
and I'll make sure we get you a
What if a
special
bunch of people
package.
just email you and say like, "Hey, I'm Top Shot."
And I'm putting all of them in a group email. And then we're gonna figure that out. We're gonna go on a
Who's
Zoom.
the real Top Shot?
Yeah, we're gonna go
Yeah.
on a Zoom and figure out who the real Top
Yeah,
Shot
yeah.
is.
Yeah.
But yeah, happy that I'm hashtag early and got in at the ground level.
Hey, appreciate you, man. The least you deserve is a hat after all these.
There's actually another
remember in
$2
Atlanta,
from them.
in Atlanta, he just threw $2 at us like 20 times.
Oh yeah, he
Yeah,
was
yeah,
treating
yeah,
us like
yeah.
we're in Magic
He was,
City.
yeah, he was sending us in
Yeah.
Magic City.
He's like, you know what, man? Here you go.
But also two more dollars from Top Shot. Over under 1.5 slander pod for next season.
I think it'll be over.
I think
it'll
over.
be
I think yeah.
I think it's coming.
It's one of the best episodes possible, man.
I think it's
one of the
coming.
best episodes possible.
We're gonna get Assad, proper internet connection, and then it's coming.
Do you think we can move him out of his bunker?
I don't want to say anything.
Unlikely.
Okay, just checking in. Just it's a responsible producer question.
Bruce Banner over. He got more banners than the Raps have Atlantic Division banners.
Yo, man.
Oh gosh.
I love
All
Assad.
right.
Shouts to Assad.
Coco asking for tomorrow. I don't even know. I would like to know what time is the press conference exit interviews tomorrow.
What time is the press conference? Let me
And is
check my
Masai
email.
/ Bobby talking tomorrow?
So, end of season press conference tomorrow. It is starting at 10 a.m. It'll be players tomorrow.
Okay.
And they usually post the schedule the day of. So, tonight we probably won't get it. But if I'm guessing, it'll probably be like just player after player after player after player. So,
Sure.
like probably Scottie first and then Jakob and RJ, IQ. I feel like the worst player they'll probably do is like one of the rookies. But like, yeah, you probably see like 6 player availabilities.
And then front office is Tuesday?
Most likely front office will be Tuesday or Wednesday. Hopefully, I'm actually hoping it's Tuesday because I'm more free on Tuesday than I am on Wednesday. But of course, I'll make time. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
You know, who do you think they'll send, Bobby or Masai?
I think Masai.
I think Masai.
Really?
I think Masai got to do the season ender.
Yeah.
Mm.
Because Masai didn't do the trade deadline.
Bobby did the trade deadline.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I think
So-
it got to be Masai on this one.
Who did
Yeah.
the draft? Was it? I think it was also Bob. I think it was also Robert Webster.
Robert Webster.
Yeah, Robbie's
Webster.
been stepping
Robbie's
up.
in there. Bobby's been doing his
Yo,
thing.
let's start calling him Robbie, man.
Robbie Webster.
Yo, Robbie Webster, man.
Oh
Call
my
him
gosh.
anything I want.
Okay. All right.
We're dangerously close to side jokes.
Are you going to the CCYAA announcement this week?
That's right.
Yes.
We
Yeah.
are. Yo, legend, man. Identify yourself. How do you know that?
What is this, a Ja Morant situation here? What's going on?
That will be on the 17th. Yes, we will be there, actually.
Yeah,
Also, Enes Esmer will be on this week's episode of Law and Order Toronto.
Oh,
Oh, wow.
So
Wange.
he's having a
Holy.
little gathering on Thursday to watch. So maybe after CCYA we can make.
Oh, we're
that.
doing a little watch party for
We can make that
for
so
E.
Let's see what happens.
Hold on. We haven't used this in so long, man. Wange.
There's a reason.
Yeah.
God damn it. Yo, I should have dressed like that for the We the North talk.
Yo, Alex, how many different versions of this did I have to make for you before you accepted one?
I know.
We went over it back and forth.
I've never
It's the
never
most we've
hated
worked on
more
anything.
mock-ups of myself.
I mean, to be fair, it's
It was
Woj-
so
Woj is not a
unflattering.
flattering person.
Yeah, I
Like,
put you
Woj-
on Adrian Wojnarowski. So
This is legit how I pulled up to Ernst and Young on the first day. I was like, "Hey guys, ready to audit?"
No, the
All right.
craziest thing is my first ever press conference or media availability I've ever been invited to. This was like when I was like 21 years old. I had a friend of mine who was working the basketball internship for the comms team at Canada Basketball. Shouts to Scott. Sometimes you listen, but like Scott was like, yo, like Canada basketball's having a practice, like you should come through. And I'm like, oh my God, this is like the biggest deal ever. You know what I mean? It was like training camp for like some sort of random event. And I showed up in the middle of summer because it was like training camp in the summertime. So it was like probably June or July. But I didn't know what to do because it's like media and stuff. So like I legit dressed exactly like you had, you know, for this. And I think I was too afraid to even get a question in, you know what I mean? So
it's the hair that's killing me.
No, it was crazy because I showed up and like I saw like Kareen and I saw like Doug and I saw like Grange and these guys were all in like cargo shorts and I was like,
yeah, cargo shorts, you know, little Dockers, you know, Dockers up top.
Little Dockers, sometimes no socks, you know what I mean? Little flannel. I mean, Kareem got to have the flannel on, man.
Yeah, flannel god over there.
This one's for Alex because it's his new favorite team. Come to Montreal for PWHL Victoire playoffs.
Yeah,
from
the Victoire on my team. So, you know, I'm wishing them the best in the playoffs and hope they win the what is the cup in PWHL?
Actually,
we learned that last time, right?
You and I actually learned it in the casting call email that we received.
Oh yeah, that's right. We had a casting call to be in a potential commercial.
Oh, yo, they need Asian fans?
Oh no,
kind of, yeah. Well, not
funny.
necessarily. Should I look it up and read it?
They were like, we're looking for chubby looking Chinese.
No,
it was with a rival betting company, so there was a conflict of interest.
Oh yes,
yeah.
So we couldn't.
I do actually have the.
The only way is Betway.
Yeah. Hey, you want it to be one way, but it's the Betway.
Yeah.
It's the Walter Cup.
Yes, the Walter Cup. Yeah,
I do actually have the casting description if you want me to read it out to you.
Yo, actually read the description. It's killing me, man.
All right. The character is named Theo. Theo is male. Reads 32 years of age.
Oh, wow. I mean, what are we doing?
Talent must be 25 years older.
Should have been me doing this.
BIPOC / visible minority.
That's me.
5'7" to 6 foot tall.
Yeah.
Larger / curvy build.
I'm here.
This made me crash out. Rounder facial features.
Yo, they're not casting. They're making a me character, man. They're making
slight
a Nintendo
facial hair
me,
is
man.
welcome.
Yeah, slight, very slight. Yeah.
Open to diversity in ability.
Yeah,
and the idea was you had to do. I think you would be. The casting for this alternate company was that you were going to be a PWHL fan and you were cheering for various stills.
Mm-hmm.
Yo, Alex, bro, this could have been you, man.
Yeah. We both got the email. Yeah, that's one of the looks. Wait. Actually, Alex, I'm gonna solo you right now. And I'm gonna
This is your casting audition, man. Come on.
Here's a casting audition. So this is your image direction.
Okay.
So first one I want you to do is a smiling headshot, casual look.
Okay.
Just look normal. Yo, man. Yo, man. Come on, man. This is exactly what they wanted, man. Yo, Kirby podcast. I'm actually crying at this description.
Up next, we have Alex. Now, keep in mind, this is the PWHL championship game.
Yeah.
And what we want right now is for you to show a moment of anticipation. That's good.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good, man. That's pretty good, man. That's pretty good.
Yo, when's this segment over, man?
No. Let's keep going, man.
It's looking like a moment of a sub. All right. This one. Okay. First, can we see an outward cheer?
Woo!
It's great.
Oh, no.
Great. Now, if you need additional, now we want this outward cheer to show excitement, like your fave team just scored.
Let's go! Woo!
There you go. Nicely done.
Yeah, I'm not hiring you, man.
All right, here's your final one. Now, sometimes we just want you to be a little bit cooler, reacting to a score, but a bit more natural and nuanced. That's great. That's great. Yeah. Okay.
Oh.
Let us know in the chat if we would hire.
Yeah,
Alex.
would you cast Alex?
Holy goodness!
Would you cast Alex as the Kirby 32-year-old podcaster?
I'll just buy my tickets to the Walter Cup. Man.
Jesus Christ, man!
Why did I turn into Ric Flair?
That was not a flattering casting call, man. Jesus.
Oh gosh, yeah.
Oh,
like slight facial hair prefer to Scottie.
It's allowed. It's nice.
You're like, you can have a soul patch and nothing else, man.
Another $2 from Top Shot Esla. Coins build character. Hashtag Toonie Tuesdays. Thank you again.
Let's go, baby.
And let's close it out with one final question for the Raptors React podcast. Guys, what's one thing you guys did this year that you really enjoyed doing for the podcast and you might want to do more of next season?
Man, if I just pick one, like I actually really like this engaging like back and forth like format. Like I think we all really like just being here live and chatting with people. It helps that the second half of the season was so unserious. We like pivoted away from basketball to just like doing more, casting calls apparently. But I actually really, really like doing this. I mean, I always like doing interviews as well. Like it's something I got like really accustomed to because I had never actually gone to like journalism school or anything like that. So it wasn't like I had a lot of interviewing experience in the past, but I always enjoyed that challenge of like the anticipation of knowing, okay, you got the green light, you have somebody you're going to interview. Let's say it's like Norm Powell or whatever. And it's like, like you're the ideating, the thinking beforehand. I mean, this year, especially with, Jerome on board, a lot of it was just like me and Jerome like throwing ideas back and forth of like, how can we do this? How can we execute it? How can we get the logistics of it down? What's the shot going to look like? And thinking through all that, I think was always really fun. And then you go from like all that sort of preparation and I suppose like anxiety about sort of how it's going to go to like then having to be really confident and calm and engaging and warm on camera when you're, sharing that spotlight with that player or that person. That's always a really cool challenge, and I always really enjoy doing that. So hopefully next year we do more interviews as well. But
definitely.
Yeah.
Alex, anything that you really liked doing this year that you'd want to keep up, or any favorites?
Maybe that last segment.
Yeah, also like working with you, Jerome, on that investigative.
Yeah, I had a lot of fun doing that. We do have one. It is going to come later than we intended on. We can say what it's about, right?
Yeah, it's just like a behind the scenes look at the Raptors beating the 72-10 Bulls in that first season with some stories that people might not have heard about.
Sure.
But like, yeah, Jerome and I like, thinking about different ideas, different ways to like do those types of pods. And like some of them do take a little bit more time behind the scenes with like the editing and stuff. But I think it's a little bit different from just like a lot of this, some of the other podcasts that we do, some of the other stuff that people do in this space too. So I have fun doing those as well. So hopefully we get time to do more of those. And like even the championship react pods, which we have to finish.
Yes.
I think those were really fun. I know we're doing them on a pretty like infrequent schedule, but like I think those were really good to kind of just look back as well, especially in a season like this.
Yeah.
I think for me, I just like a lot of the outside of the show stuff that we work on from time to time. So like you mentioned, interviews, the live format's really fun. When we travel, I think it's really fun. So I think just finding new ways to show our travel is really great.
Oh yeah, traveling has been super fun,
I think, the pregame, like the warm-up report is really fun to do with Will. Just like different things. We really do just like to side quest more. I think if anything, one thing that we learned is while we absolutely will give you the Raptors or NBA coverage, I think it's just fun doing side quests and just like sharing some of that stuff too. So it'll be really fun getting into more of that. And that's a good time.
You don't understand, man. Podcasting is I mean, obviously we're all here for a reason. And the reason is the Raptors, and we're all big fans of basketball and things like that. But like I think the reason why people connect stronger with pods than pretty much other kinds of like sports talk radio that's like kind of more general is like there is this like actual sharing of our personalities, sort of like I mean, we end up telling stories on here that, like, you know, we may not even get to in a regular conversation that's not for broadcast. You know what I mean? And so I think on that front, like, there's an intimacy there that I think I certainly enjoy with, like, the podcasters that I listen to and stuff like that. And I hope that that similar vibe and that similar, like, feel, you know what I mean? Like, I hope that you guys get the sense that you're being invited into our friendship in that way. Obviously centered around this one idea, but like that is the goal. That is the goal. Like, our goal is not to present to you a presentation, you know, like, we're not pitching you on, like, well, I mean, I guess with draft picks and stuff like that, we will pitch you sometimes, but, like, generally speaking, we're not trying to pitch. We're not doing a basketball lesson. We're not doing, like, some sort of lecture. Like, we're inviting you guys to just hang out with us. And, you know, as long as that's fun for you guys, that's always gonna be fun for us.
Ingrid also brings up a great point, speaking about hanging out. Live events. Yeah, we definitely want to do more of those. So
look out for some live events, man. We got something. Yeah. We cooking up something big.
Meow.
Meow.
We're not cooking cats, man.
Alex is such a cool cat.
Why are you saying meow after that, man?
I'm showing love to pets today, man.
Yeah. Well,
what are your cats called, man? I don't even know what your cats are called.
I honestly didn't even know. So, man.
Yo, they were around for.
They were my parents, man.
You never go home to see them?
Probably just call, like, number 1 and number 2.
Yo, not knowing your parents' cat names is insane.
No, we just called it, like, the little one and the big one. I don't know if they were ever officially named.
What if they called one of them Alex?
Yeah, I don't know. I would have crashed out.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's close out this Tangerine fan segment with. We've been trying to figure out how we wanted to give away some items.
Yes, that's right. We've been putting it in the title.
Yeah. Alex, I think I'll let you take the lead because you have kind of how you want to go about it. But then, Will, I know you have some items you want to give out too. Yes. We won't be doing it live on the show, but I think we're going to figure out a way to be able to get some stuff to some of our fans who have really just spent, like, really the whole season with us.
Yeah. So, you know, just to be fair to kind of everyone here, what you can do is just send me an email to info@stevenlebron.com, info@stevenlebron.com, and just write in the title, I want free stuff. And what I'll do is
you can write a more personal message too.
You can write more personal, but you can just write I want free stuff. And you guys don't have to rush. It's not a first come first serve thing. What I'll do is I'll just do a random draw after I get all the names in tomorrow.
Let's put in like a week. Let's put in a week.
A week?
Okay, fine. By tomorrow then.
3 days.
You said it's not a rush if you want them to done by tomorrow, man.
Someone said I'm a Nigerian prince with a lot of gold.
Let's say by the end of exit interviews.
Yeah, by the end of exit interviews, and then I'll do a quick random draw, and I'll contact 5 people, 5 winners, get in touch, and we'll send you hello and welcome merch pack.
There you go.
Get your sizes, things like that.
You don't want
one specific bonus.
Come on, man.
We'll also have one specific item from Will that he wants to give away. Will, do you want to tell that? Okay, tell us what that is.
Yeah, you know, one of the perks of being, you know, in the basketball community and more visible is that you get sent cool shit like this. You know what I mean? Hold on. Put that solo on.
Yeah, solo him.
Put that solo on me.
Oh,
man.
Sorry, I got you. 1 second.
Here we go. Boom. What is this? You see that? That's the RJ Barrett player edition sneakers from Puma. I actually got this from the fine folks at Puma, so huge thanks to them. The thing is, I already have so many pairs of basketball shoes, and it genuinely feels like it's not being put to full use right now. If I were to have them, there's you got this little thing from RJ in here, that little logo. And then, of course, what you guys want to see is the actual shoe itself, man. Look at that shoe, man. Look at this. Bang.
Let's
RJ
put you back
Barrett,
on solo.
You know what I mean? You got that little purple. You know, you got the inside, got the outside. I put this on once just to get the feel of it. I think it's got a lot of heel support. And yeah, I mean, honestly, like I play basketball a ton, but I just realistically
game worn.
No, it's not game worn. These are actually brand new.
Stock tried on once, man.
These are actually brand new. These are actually brand new. So if you are a men's size 10.5, please email in to info@stevenlebron.com. Realistically, I mean, if I'm going to ship these to you, like, please be in the GTA at least.
Yo, how are you gonna do appreciation of the
piece? Fine, man.
We can expect
me to ship things to the States. You know, haven't you heard that Young? We'll
keep it within Canada then, I guess.
Okay, Canada only.
Yeah.
This guy
Canada
who
only,
spent 2
alright.
hours appreciating fits.
RJ Bear shoes, baby. Come on, man.
But
RJ
yeah,
Bear.
so again, if you're
for those ones, email info@LeBron.com. And again, only try to get it if it's your size. Like we
No,
want to
I was
get
gonna say,
yeah, we want someone to
men's 10
actually
and a
wear
half.
them.
Please don't
and
just
use
want to
get
get
these and
someone
then
who can
flip
wear
them.
it. For those ones, just put RJ. Just put RJ kidding me in the title. For the shoes, if you want the merch, put in free merch. You can.
How about this for the shoes? For the shoes, send a photo of one of your other pairs of shoes showing that you are a US 10.5.
I love this. Yo, but that could be so easily rigged.
Yo,
Sure.
show us your feet, man.
But hey, if they're going either way to rig it,
you
I
have
think we
to
should give them
come to Will's a neutral meeting place
No.
and put the shoes on in front of us
It says
to
different
prove
on the
that you're
bottom,
a 10 and a half.
man. Come
Oh
on, man.
gosh.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah, US 10 and a half, UK 9 and a half, Europe 44, and Canadian 10 and a half. There you go.
Yeah,
There you go.
but
Made
if
in
you
Vietnam, man. Come on, dog.
yeah, but if you want the free merch, just email info@StevenLeBron.com.
Yeah. These are
Until
available
the
in
end.
stores now, by the way. If you like these shoes, you can just go cop them yourself. But
Sure.
if you are 10 and a half, let us know. All right.
All right. Okay.
Someone's like, I'll just send you a bit of my feet if that's what you like.
Wow, I mean, I guess it depends. That's my answer. Is it depends.
Oh, that's so funny, man.
Hello and welcome, Cinderella. Dude. They're just trying to get pictures of your feet. I mean, guys.
Yeah, but not just from anyone, from OnlyFans.
Oh my
brother.
god.
Oh my god.
All right, on to the awards for the final Raptors game of the season.
Yo, man, Streets are saying they don't want it to end, man.
Well, I want it to end.
Yeah, fair enough. It's been 2 hours for a React Pod and the Raptors lost. Okay, your 3 stars from tonight's episode. It's the three of us.
Oh my god,
Okay.
this is your little elaborate surprise.
Oh, brother.
Wow, well done. Well done.
1A, 1B, 1C.
Now I need to know who the Gerald Henderson is.
Oh man. Now, Gerald Henderson award goes to Mandy. Let's see her clip again, man. Let's get the full $80.
Congrats on finishing up your first season of Hello. And
welcome.
welcome post-game show.
Wait, let's start from the beginning just because we need the greeting.
Hey, Will Lou.
Hey, Will Lou.
Congrats on finishing up your first season of Hello. And welcome post-game shows. Now let's celebrate with the 6-pack with Alex Wong and Jerome Cheng. You can't get that. You gotta know it's Mandy Mayhem on
Check
the go.
that neon
Saying
sign.
What's up and don't you know? Congratulations are in order. You gotta know I'm not sorting anything out for you because that is your responsibility. My freestyles make no sense, but that's okay. I'm learning them and I want you to know that I will not lose ever because I am too clever, just like you, Will Lou. We'll get together and actually I don't know you, so I'm not gonna make that kind of proposition.
Likewise.
Congratulations, friend. Mwah, mwah.
Wow. Book now, Cameo.
Mandy.
Yeah, she looked at the Gerald Henderson award, man. But
Yeah.
we need the other videos side by side.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
That's it, man. Okay, Raptors season is over. Raptors finished the year 30-52, but we still here after every game, man. That's how it goes. We'll tune in tomorrow for people listening. Tune in tomorrow. We're gonna do some takeaways from the Raptors end of season press conferences. The players will be cleaning out the locker rooms. We'll get a sense of sort of what they have planned for the year ahead and maybe what the future of some of the players are going to be on the team. I'd love to hear from Brandon Ingram too. Actually, I feel like we heard from Ingram once. That was it,
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, I'd
Just
love
when
to
he
hear
did
more
the,
from Beyond. You
contract
know what I mean?
signing? Yeah.
Yeah, you know. But yeah, otherwise, appreciate all of you guys. Seriously, thank you so much. Let us know if you want a hat. Let us know if you want 10.5 men's sneakers.
Yeah, the emails are flowing.
You don't
in
have
already.
to send in feet pics, man. I actually would prefer if you didn't. To be
Don't
honest.
send me
Like-
feet pics, guys.
Oh yeah, they're in Alex's inbox. So actually, no, you know what? Send Alex your feet. I don't care, man. But seriously, I appreciate all of you. This has been really, really fun to sort of get together and hang out after every game. And of course, we'll be doing more of these styles of shows for the playoffs. But we don't want to commit to anything just firmly just yet. But
we
that's
will,
it, man. Okay, fine.
Like,
We'll be
what's the-
back, man.
Like we're
God.
gonna do this.
Fine. Appreciate all of you guys, man. Last thing from Koki. Y'all made the season more bearable. Hello, welcome forever. Thank you. Likewise. So appreciate all of you. That's it. Thanks everyone for listening. This has been the Hello Welcome podcast presented by Betway, and we'll see you guys all tomorrow.